Hello, guys. Happy Sunday. Hopefully having a good weekend. Welcome to Evasion EU Solos. If you don't know who I am, my name is Claymore Plays. I am joined today by two excellent people, two very, very good-looking people. We've got Jeepo on my left here. We've got Paddy Pineapple on my right. Welcome, guys. Hopefully you're all having a good one so far. Jeepo and Paddy, how you boys doing today?
Doing well, mate. Doing well. Thank you for asking. Yeah, absolutely. It's the weekend. What could be wrong? Get to watch some Tarkov, get to hang out and talk about Tarkov. It's pretty good to me.
Oh yeah, doing fantastic. Ready to be back on the page. Ready to see some action, man. Claymore, good to see you, man. Jeepo, always a good time. Good to see you guys.
Great stuff. All right, everybody, welcome in, viewers, everybody. You are now watching Evasion EU Solos. Now, we have a lot of traffic come over from Evasion Trios, where the format was very, very different and stuff over there. The premise remains, we are a competitive TARKOV scene, and we offer all kinds of different objective-focused maps, challenges, tournaments, etc. This is the place to be if you want to watch anything competitive Tarkov related. Today we are going to be having 4 of our contestants, 4 absolutely amazing players, absolutely just beefy Giga Chads. It's going to be a great time. We've got Oddities, Walker, Taze FPS, and Notorious, all extremely strong competitors. They're all very, very aggressive players. They all know how to hold their own, and it's going to be a great day today. Now, obviously, Evasion Trios was going to be very different to Evasion's EU Solos today. The premise is, for the most part, in terms of differences, all 4 of our contestants are going to be loading in for nearly every single map and challenge together. I think, save for one of the other maps. And we're going to have about a minute for them to spread out, find their own routes, etc. And then we're going to call the raid hot, and then they're going to start to engage each other and whoever they meet. Each map will have different objectives focused. There's going to be some really, really wild spins. If this is your first tournament, there's going to be some really, really cool objectives to check out here, so stay tuned. But yes, if you're also just straight up new to Evasion, welcome, and we hope you have a fantastic time here. If you don't know much about Evasion itself, we do have a website up and running. You can catch all of the information over on the website, the solo battles, the trio battles, any other events we might have, the calendar, the dates, everything you could possibly need to stay in tune with us, get to know more about us, etc. We also have a great little section for the Evasion team, a lot of very, very prominent Tarkov-related streamers, content creators, and we also have a absolutely fantastic merchandise store. On your screen right now, we've got hoodies, we've got jerseys, we've got shirts, tops, caps. It's all there. It all looks amazing. And last but not least, if you have not followed us or are following us right now on any of the above, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram, all great ways to stay connected to us, all great ways to catch these little clips and bites and stuff like that of the tournaments that might be highlighted or otherwise. And last but certainly not least, we've got the YouTube channel where we are uploading all of our tournament VODs. So if you wanted to catch the full tournament, everything down to the nitty gritty, YouTube is the place to go. So make sure you follow, make sure you subscribe, turn on the bell, etc., etc. Okay, so obviously today we have some really, really stacked competitors right now. You'd love to see, especially some Evasion love here. We've got Walker coming in as well. We've got an emissary as well, but we also have Notorious, who is, I hate to say, I'm biased. He's a fellow Yorkshireman, so he has my vote. And then we have Tased FPS, who is funny enough, actually, a really cool little story. He's a professional chef turned streamer. So needless to say, he's going to be lighting a fire underneath the other tournament's pans today. We've got Oddities, who just is an absolute labs machine. He loves running the MDR. He loves the PvP. He pushes the PvP. So we've got a lot of very, very PvP-oriented players here. Yeah, it's going to be a very, very, very interesting competition today because, once again, like always, it's going to be up for grabs. It could go any way, either way. If you are not aware, we are currently going to be getting ready and prepped for the first game of the series, and we're going to be doing an order. Now, this, I think, is one of my favorite events, and it's the first one. It's called Factory Gun Game. And if you don't know, if you've not heard of the term gun game before, if you're not an old-fashioned Call of Duty player, if you know, you know. Each of our contestants will load into a factory raid with any loadout they want. However, they have to bring in for their main weapon a pistol, so like a Glock 18, a shrimp, a 5.7, anything like that. And every time they kill someone, be it a scav, a player, they have to swap to that kill's main weapon, and then repeat the cycle. They get a kill with that main weapon. They have to swap to the next target's main weapon, and that's what gun game is. And the objective is to get as many points as humanly possible. In terms of the points gained, like most tournaments, scav kills are points, PMC kills are points. If you get the tags out for the PMC, there's some extra points right there. Killing Tagilla, the factory boss, is also points, and extracting is also very important to be to get the points for as well. And lastly but not least, melee kills are also going to be an option, a viable option here to both gain points and also progress the gun game. And obviously, as usual, no grenades coming in, no thermals, IRs, night vision, etc., and no run-throughs allowed. They've got to run the raid long enough, or they've got to, unfortunately, take the quick hot extract way out, right back to the stash. So, obviously, we have the gun game just getting ready and prep right now, but Jeepo, as someone, I think, who has been playing a fair bit of Factory recently, what kind of players have you been seeing recently? You've been seeing the Alton, Slick, Vector gamers? Have you been seeing some poor, like just poor new players trying to get grips of the game? What have you been seeing recently?
Well, thankfully, recently I've not been seeing any more cultists, so we can write that one off. I'm seeing a lot of people running Ender 2s, probably off the back of that event with most of those cultists dropping that body armor. So people are running moderately thick in there. You'll get the occasional Bambi that you got to put down, but for the most part, I'm seeing MCXs, Vals again for some reason, and Mutants by the bucket load. So it's fairly thick in Factory right now. I think the thing we have to consider as well is a lot of the daily and weekly tasks are pushing people into going into raids in places like Factory, like Labs, and they're either killing players or surviving. So people are in there whether they would choose to be normally or not, which makes people go in a little bit thick to get that survival point that they need. So yeah, Factory's certainly been popping. I know myself and a few others had a lot of fun on Factory during the event, and it seems to have just carried over into the ensuing week, basically. Definitely a lot of fun in there. That said, I'm not sure how confident I would be going in with just a pistol. I think I'd be looking for a mutant or something a little bit heavier.
Yeah, there'll definitely be some possibly better choices. I reckon a Glock 18 with some big boy AP rounds might be just a ticket to try and secure those the kills on the juicier players, definitely for sure. But luckily they can at least bring in whatever armor they want, which might help. And Party, what are you expecting to see from just this game currently? Are you expecting to see maybe some melee kills? Maybe people will remember the melee kills, because I know that in the previous bracket that was only a few days ago, only a few of the contestants actually remembered that it was a possible option. Do you think we'll be seeing more of that, or?
Well, last time that I cast it, we saw a lot of melee kills, and I think it was a melee fest, honestly. I think we saw a lot more melee kills than even gun kills. So it really depends on the type of playstyle that we're going to see from the competition for these competitors, I think. So we're spawning right now, getting everybody inside and seeing how they're going to go about. But I think they're going to have a fair, decent amount of spread and diversity for the type of players we're going to see here. Honestly, I see 257 starting off the bat from Tazen and Notorious. But I think that we're gonna have a decent time seeing how things go. I think they're gonna be a lot more PvP oriented here, going with the gun kills. But once you get the scavs just spawning in nonstop with player scavs, you might see a lot more melees.
So it looks like we're listening to Ontorious's audio here in that bottom right hand corner as he spawns in. In that back spawn, do you guys like spawning back there? Do you know it's guaranteed PvP pretty quick if you spawn in that room, or when you spawn in, do you sort of pucker a little bit and go, oh great, here we go, this is a factory raid? What's the sort of thought process there?
Ooh, Tay's taking a flashbang.
Ooh, this is spicy looking right now.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. We'll get to that question in just 1 second. Taze goes down.
Oh.
That's not good. For
Ooh, unfortunate.
that is not
Right
good
off the
for
bat, it's okay. Get the death out of the way. We'll head back on over to Ontorius.
GG's.
We do not have our other competitors in the raids. We'll stick with Ontorius. He's just flying through this first floor right now with the pistol.
Absolutely. Super unlucky there for Tiz. As you say, get the death out of the way nice and early. First raid rarely has a big impact.
Ooh.
Oh,
Good pickup.
Wonderful
Good
head
headshot
from
right
him.
on the Reese. Oh, actually, that was not a headshot. It went right through the armor. That guy had a fort and everything.
I just want to interject real quick. I think this was Taze's loadout.
Hey, kiss the homies. Everybody.
Oh, was it?
It's all good.
possible this guy killed Tiz? And yeah, there's the KS-23 in his secondary. Very
Yeah,
possible.
It might have been.
Avenged. Avenged by evasion.
We may never know. Walker is spawning in the spawn that we were just talking about. Now to go back to what you were saying. Oh, and he goes down immediately too.
No.
You dead?
Oh, that sucks. We got 2 competitors down already. Going back to that spawn, it's really a gamble. You know, if you're a PvP player, you're always going to find the action, but you have 2 possible spawns that can come right at you. I do not like those sort of sandwich spawns that I coined them as. Not exactly my favorite thing in the world, but it's what I mean. In my opinion, it beats the red light spawn. Let's see what's going on with Notorious.
He's got a Mosin. Means he's gonna have to hit those shots. He sees someone down that ramp, it looks like. Let's go.
That might have been a... I don't think that one connected. I think there's a PMC we're fighting with.
Great use of
Oh, yeah.
movement while he works that bolt as well.
Definitely gotta use your advantages whenever you're using a bolty. Ooh, only his head's popping out too. There we go. I don't know why this guy's leaving his corner, but hey, he's going on the advantage. He's got an automatic.
Possibly thinks he can take a bolt action if he doesn't hit his shots.
Yeah, I think the interesting here is he's bringing in, I believe, SNB ammo? Personally, I would be bringing in the 7N1 since you're going to be running the more people that are going to be a little bit, I think, in the moderate to lower gear. But I don't know. I don't exactly play the EU servers too often, so NA might be a little bit different, huh, guys? What do you guys think?
It might be. There certainly are differences when you look at the different regions and how people tend to play different play styles. Now, what's interesting here from Ontorius, I don't know if you guys just spotted it, is he has different ammo packed in his Kappa. So now that he's grabbed a shotgun, he's pulled some AP-20 out of his butt, and he's loading that into the shotgun to use. Now, that's an interesting strategy. Where you guys... I don't think I've noted that before, where you bring in your own ammo, switch it out with the ammo that you find on perhaps a scav, because AP-20, of course, as we know, in my opinion, the best shotgun ammo. Fight me.
The best.
The best. That's an interesting strategy. I mean, it's a slug. You still got to hit your shots, no different than the Mosin. You don't get the spread, but when you hit, they stay hit.
I'm just gonna say laughs and flechette.
Hey, Flechette, it's been so inconsistent unless I'm bringing in like a Saiga, to be honest. Now the AP-20, I mean, this is something that we see is these previous competitors, they already have a predisposition to the rules that we have. They know they can adapt and overcome with things. That's the name of the game with TARKOV. So bringing in familiar ammo, you know, like good 9mm ammo, a little 5.56, 65 and ADAR. We already see he brought in the AP-20 for the 590, and now he's checking out these mags for the 136. Maybe there might be some BP. Who knows? All he needs to do is pick up. All we need to do is pick up 1 kill, pick up the gun, and then we move on to the next one.
Absolutely. And just to your question earlier, guys, notice chat, there is a poll in chat. Which region plays the most aggressive? Is it NA? Is it EU? We can certainly have this debate back and forth. We've seen lots of examples of this throughout Evasion trios, duos, solos, throughout different seasons. I'd love to see people's opinions on it. And which region is the most aggressive? Doesn't mean the best, by the way. Just want to put that out there. It just means most aggressive.
I don't know, man. I think that RU is a very aggressive region. Can't count them out for sure.
Absolutely.
EU best, fight me.
Hey, I'm always going to be the NA boy.
I would certainly say that NA is the most aggressive. To answer the question directly, but I don't think that makes the EU players worse off in a one-on-one fight. This means they tend to go about it differently. For example, EU is where we really saw back in the day people would really master that door peek jump strategy. That was not a thing in NA before it was a thing in Russia and EU, in my
Getting a
opinion.
little fight here.
Now, of course, it's more across the board. Oddities looks like he's getting in a little bit of action there in the small screen as well.
Oh yeah. Just like all of our contestants going in with the Alton and Reese helmet central. Just like our boy
Nice.
Antarius has to switch his... Oh, switching out for the AKS. Oddity is getting in some action with the 155, I believe.
He tried to do one in the chamber. No, he blasted all his ammo.
Eat food. Eat food, man.
Right, you can't fight it like this.
Alright, Oddity is not sure if he picked up that kill. We got another dude in the hallway. AI scav down.
Plenty of time, yeah.
Nice.
They are really catching all these AI spawns, and all these AI, all these points are all going to rack up and stack up. They've got to kind of abuse this almost to a degree.
One ammo tap at it, but
Now, something that we noted before is 0 melee kills so far. Over in NA, we saw a lot of melee kills, but over in EU that I've seen so far, not many.
I can tell you why. It's because we want to use our fists and not swords. Swords are for the weak.
Well, let me use my fists, and we can do this the old-fashioned way.
Some fisticuffs.
Just
you
imagine
might say.
interchange, just interchanges 14 PMCs just punching each other in the face,
Rambo with the shake then.
or just all trying to punch kill to death. Oh, that'd be amazing.
Oh my god.
All right, actually, taking out the AKS 60 rounder before he swaps it out. Very smart on this end.
And much similarly to Ontorius bringing in ammo for different calibers, Oddities has done actually something I think that's slightly better. He's brought in drum mags and big capacity magazines for, well, covering various calibers too. These are two really fantastic ideas. Stuff I would have never thought of doing. Yeah.
That's why we're casting, not playing Claymore. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, it do be like that, G-Po. It do be like that.
Good job you noticed that, dude.
Racking up another point there. Switching out the Saga 9 to a PV pistol. You love to see it.
Oh yes, the God
Suppressed
pistol, as they
and
call it.
all. Love to see it. And
Just
suddenly
racking
I'm
up the
thinking about
points
my
here,
days
both
playing
these guys.
GoldenEye.
Oh, the scav just kind of... Okay, yeah, he's just ready for it.
It was a
He dropped
freebie,
his
wasn't
lunch
it?
money, man. That was
Coming in
rude.
the corner, he says, "What are those?" And he goes down.
Yeah, I keep killing. I lost
Oh,
so many
God.
points on that start there.
8 scav kills,
gonna say,
1
was that
PMC
a-
kill for oddities, man.
PMCs at the same time with the same
Maybe a missed opportunity for a melee tap on that scav's head,
Thank you.
potentially. Brave man to do it with a shotgun in the scav's hand, to be honest.
Oh shit, all the scavs are spawned in, I think.
Another scav spawn coming in. With the expansion, you gotta be careful. Once those scavs spawn in, it's a lot more of an open atmosphere than it was before the expansion. These scavs got good sight lines.
Do you think the expansion has changed how you personally play Factory a lot? Like, does it change the feeling of the PvP? Is it less hectic now? Is it more hectic? What do you guys think with this expansion on Factory?
I think it's great, honestly. I think that Factory always needed an expansion. Going back to the days, ooh, looks like Ontario's getting into a fight here. Looks like a player scab, maybe another PMC. Oh, player scab going down. He tried to go for the jump and everything.
Good work, dude.
That guy's been watching too much Halo ODST, trying to hot drop on top of Ontorius. Ain't gonna work, I'm afraid.
This time, not today. But going back to the
trash
question, though.
Thank you so
I
much
think
for the
that-
10 gifted subs, dude.
Oh,
Sorry to
Trash
interrupt
Panda.
you. Go ahead.
No problem. By all means, man. Dude, thank you for the support, Trash Panda. We appreciate you, brother.
Hope you don't mind, Brett.
I think that Factory is allowing a lot more of playstyle difference. You saw it before on Factory. Before, you were very limited by the space and the spawns. Now that people have the availability to bring in a sniper rifle if they really want to now, it brings in different types of playstyles. You don't have to shift W as much just to get to certain spots that are favorable or over others. Now you can actually work the angles on this map. And Tagilla
I
isn't,
agree.
you know, just killing you right off a spawn more than half the time.
Yeah, I know about the game
Yes.
style.
Certainly made it
Swapping out,
quite
yes.
terrifying when it was Dark Factory at Halloween in the event.
Oh,
A very different experience, that's for sure.
Just want to quickly say as well, guys, if you are not checking out any of the contestants who are currently participating, please make sure you do. They are all incredible content creators. They're all incredible players, great people. Every single person who enters the tournament are individually vetted to make sure
No,
they are
T-Bone.
good, contributing positive members of the EFT community. So please make sure you do go check them out. And obviously, a huge thank you to our battle mods who are currently keeping track of the scores, updating the live feeds, all the behind the scenes work. Bit of a shout out for our battle mods and behind the scenes staff members. And of course, a big thank you to BSG to not just supporting and acknowledging Evasion, but also contributing very generously to the prize pool to the tournament too. So get some love in the chat, guys, for all of the above, our casters, our participants, our battle mods, our staff members, and then good old Battle State Games.
Big loves to all the
I
homies.
don't think I have gone to one tournament where I didn't get the double damage box straight off the
Yeah, we're
first
very
game.
fortunate as players of Escape from Tarkov to have a company like BSG be so invested in us as a community, to be so involved in all these events. It really is very refreshing and quite different to a lot of other games out there these days, honestly. A lot of these rocking around with the TAWs, the premier weapon of
Oh, no,
Chads,
Rob,
naturally.
you come with me.
It's
just
unfortunate,
the
really,
gun to
because I
use.
remember watching the tournament yesterday, and I think it was Raccoonzel that had to swap to a Taz, and she ended up peeking the hallway at top of the factory offices, and she just went up against someone with an SKS, and it was just not working out. Honestly, by this point, if I was using a Taz, I'd much rather just go for the melee, man. I'd much rather go for the
Should we
melee.
get, another wave room somehow? Then again, they like hiding here.
Yeah, just charge at them in a serpentine fashion and try and get that head top with your with your red rebel.
Like,
Just roaring about Yorkshire puddings and tea.
I believe that's a very specific thing in your part of the world only, believe me. Ooh, up against a player scav here. Oh god. Oh god.
There we
Oh,
go.
get some with the machete. There's the melee kill we're after. There we go.
tournament, man.
He has two guns. Can I pick up whichever one?
Woo,
he wants, or just
things were not going well for a second, were they?
Okay, yeah,
I
gotcha.
wonder how he died then.
Not right there is where that Taiga, that one-hit wonder comes in. Have you guys managed to find a Taiga yet? I still have not, fortunately.
Have not. I
I
found it
have
last
not
swipe, but
personally, no.
They were, last I heard, they were about 5 million on the flea market during the Halloween event. So, missed opportunity there to make some cash.
Yes, right.
Taiga is a myth, does not exist. I
Met him.
think I'm with you there, Blue.
I feel like there should be a
Just
task
looking at the
for.
I mean,
Go
just
on.
looking at the score sheet here real quick. Ontaris is currently on 1 PMC kill and 6 scav kills with 4 minutes left on the clock. Just trying to find those last few spawns, those last few scav kills, maybe even AI kills if they get another wave spawning in. Similarly, over at Oddities as well, he's got 5 minutes left on the clock. They've been very, very great actually with these scav spawns currently. And I know personally that you can get wave spawning as close to the timer as under 2 minutes. So right now it really just depends if they want to try and squeeze out the extra minutes, they want to try and secure the extraction bonus, not put it at any more risk. What do you guys think? Do you think? Well, Notorious looks like he's on his way out already, but what do you guys think about Oddities?
Yeah, thought he was about to leave on Torius there. I think he was just checking for any hidden player scavs or PMCs or anything back there. But yeah, if I'm Oddities, you know, we got 3.5, 4 minutes left. It's 30 seconds to extract out a factory, or it's one headshot. So I'd stay in here a little bit longer, I think. Try and just min-max this first round
You can make the jump into
as
that.
much as you can.
I don't know, I'll try. Jumps in.
That's the
Once
thing.
you're in
It's
there,
the
you
first
can't-
round. Get the points on the board. Do what you can. Make some momentum for yourself. You know.
Man with humans.
Sound effects.
And that's it, really. That's it. Just gain that momentum. Just trying to be as efficient with your time as possible, because at the end of the day, every point matters. Down to just singular scav kills. I've literally seen upsets in previous tournaments where people have tied and one person, they're both on the way to extract, and one person just managed to kill one more scav than the other, and they managed to secure the place to move on to the semi-finals and then the finals. Every point matters in this, and it's very smart. These competitors are trying to milk as many minutes out of their matches as possible.
Wait, we not checked gate 3 for any little turds.
Yeah, looks like we might see at least one more scav spawn, maybe just for AI. Probably not going to see any more player scavs. Now, I was watching somebody the other day, and it's like 2 minutes left in the raid. There was a PMC just walking around. It's the most incredible experience. It's the best thing ever. Oh, Notorious actually going to check his area before he goes in. Oddities on his way out, using the back entrance, back exit, entrance, exit, whatever you are infilling, exfilling.
Gate 0. I got you, Party. I got you.
Yes, he's using the gate.
Well, he's certainly maximizing his use of time in here. He's checking all the hot spots, looking for those hiding PMCs, looking for those respawn scavs. He, yeah, time to call it. Time to get out. That's a great raid, actually.
Just
from him.
Just looking over Oddity's screen as well. He has secured. I'm not sure how many PMCs he's got, but let's have a look. He got 3 PMC kills and 14 scav kills. That's a big raid for him right there.
Yeah, 2 fantastic raids from these guys so far. Our other competitors getting a little bit unlucky straight off the spawn, more or less. A little bit of sign language there. And secure that extract, get that bonus. Excellent work from Montorius as well. Great first raid, buddy.
All right, and that will wrap up the first raid, the first event of the Evasion Sellers for tonight. Gun game, absolutely love it. It was always an absolute pleasure to watch every competitor try and work their way between each of the guns they looted and stuff. Obviously, some of our competitors got a bit unlucky there. Taze, unfortunately, got a bit unlucky. Walker got a bit unlucky. And funnily enough, actually, I believe it, like I called it out earlier, Ontorius and Taze seem to have actually queued into the same raid, because Ontorius had moved down into the tunnels where Taze had got, I looked like he got flashbanged, like a flash round from the KS, and then unfortunately got killed by the Mosin, I believe it was a Tasker. And then he picked up his loadout, and then Torius came down, storming down, and just finished him off. So that's actually very, very, very lucky for Ontorius' part, because that's a loadout. That's a free. Well, we don't have to worry about another competitor anymore. So that was interesting how they both managed to queue into the same one. Shame we didn't seem to get a melee match between them.
Imagine.
Maybe in the future. Maybe in the future. But Jeepo, obviously we were talking about the different kinds of gear and stuff we'd find in there. It did seem like we actually didn't, at least on my screen, it didn't seem we had that much gear on there. I didn't see how geared the person was who got caught Walker at the spawn, but yeah, it actually seemed like on the lower end this time, which allowed at least Oddities and Notorious to secure these, rack up these PMC kills and whatnot. So yeah, and Party, we did see a melee kill. Kind of.
Got the million.
We did see Oddities bonk a scout player on the head with a tiger. So we'll
Always love
take
a good
those. We
bonk.
take those. Always good. All right, guys. As you can see from the scoreboards here, unfortunately, Taze and Walker did not manage to secure any points there. They got very unlucky. But Oddities and Notorious, not that far between each other. Oddities with a staggering 23 points to kick it off. And Notorious with a very, very strong and very respectable 15. Only 8 points behind. That's the difference of maybe an extracted some kills. Obviously, Walker and Taze, they did get some unlucky starts, but this tournament can flip on in of itself so easily. This is only the beginning. They should keep up their motivation, keep up their morale, get into the next game, and just get even driven, more driven than before. And then for the next one coming up, now this is an interesting one. This is something for our competitors who I think they're very used to being aggressive and very mobile and stuff like that. This will be an interesting one. And this one is a customs run, and the map objective is called Rat Run. And it's in the title. It's very clear in the title. Everyone has to load in, and everybody has to loot as many found and rate items as possible whilst remaining a pacifist. They cannot get any kills on scabs, on people shooting at them. They can't get anything. They can't get melee kills, nade kills, nothing like that. They will actually lose points for killing players, AI, everything. So they have to completely avoid combat. And once again, they can load in with anything they want. They can load in with a tri-zip bag, a couple of stems, only 2, and non-lethal grenades. So we're looking at Zarya's, we're looking at smokes and stuff like that, but nothing that could potentially cause a death. This is really interesting because, like I said, this is going to force these usually aggressive, very PvP-oriented players into a completely different play style. They're going to have to avoid PvP. They're going to have to try and think about what the safest routes are. They're going to have to think about the best spots for cover, what they can't be shot through, for example. But they've also got to try and figure out where the best loot spots are, how many items they can get out, and whether or not they're going to be able to pick up a bigger volume of items in a certain area. However, they can also potentially take a risk, go to a more populated area, maybe yoink all the spawns there, and then hopefully run out with no shots coming for them. In terms of the points, which is ironic because most of the points here are negative. Scav kills are -3 points, down from the +1 point they would have gotten before. PMC kills are -4 points. Killing Rashala is -5 points. However, each found and raid item they get out is worth half a point. So obviously you can pick up a tri-zip. They're going to be mostly looking for those single slot items and filling up the bag as much as humanly possible. And they have to be inside. They have to be max stacked, for example. Like, for example, if it's like ammo, they can't like split the ammo stacks and fill up all the slots. They have to be stacked to the max if possible. And extraction, of course, same as last one, is 5 points each. Very interesting one. Party. I know for a fact that you like to play it a little bit slower. You like to try and get these sniper lanes and watch these especially exposed angles and whatnot on certain maps, like Interchange and Customs, for example. What do you think would be ideally, depending on which side they spawn on, the more optimal route in terms of safety and also loot volume?
Honestly, I think that spawning over near boilers might be the play here. Being able to one, claim an area and have that sort of higher up area over near the gas station or over near the, or actually both of the gas stations are good choke points to either understand where the other competitors or other PMCs on the map might be, claim the area, get good loot over there, because over by the Big Red and the trailer park area, you tend to see not as much of a loot density. So I think that these guys spawning in over near the boiler side would be very advantageous for them. On the flip side, though, they're going to have to make it out. So we'll see how it goes.
All right, yeah, no, I agree with that for sure. It's going to be depending on definitely what side of the map they spawn on and stuff. Jeepo, I know you run a lot of customs yourself. Obviously, we've got some of the obvious decisions before everybody watching at home. What are the areas of the map that are the hottest areas, and what these players may have to potentially try and avoid for the duration of this challenge?
Yeah, great question. I mean, dorms is the obvious one. Dorms is hot regardless of what stage of the wipe you're at, what time of the raid you're in. People go there for a quest, people go there for PvP, people go there for lock room and loot, for scav kills. So avoiding dorms is certainly on that list. Alamo building, or Stronghold as it's always called as well, on the opposite side of the map has that same sort of thing. If you need Reshala, he can be there. These guys do not want to run into Reshala right now. It's a lot of negative points. And the other one that people sort of overlook, but I run a lot, is Stronghold. You can control the entire center of the map from that new Stronghold building. You can react in any direction within 15-20 seconds. I love that area. So that whole central sort of belt of the map is not somewhere you want to dwell. But I love Rat Run. I think it's one of the best games we have here at Division, because these guys are, they're chads, they're great players, they're murdering people all left, right, and center. Now this puts them in a very uncomfortable position. So what do? Do they rat it out? Something they may not be that comfortable with. Do they do what we've seen some people do, which is, you know what, I'm bringing my light M4, I'm putting a 100-round mag in, and I'm dropping those 100 rounds at dorms to scare everyone else away? Do you try and double bluff this a little bit through those high PvP areas? Or do you run away from fights? Do you go for high damage ammo, leg someone and run away? There's a lot of mind games here. A lot of places that you want to not dwell in. So I'm really excited for Rat Run on Customs again.
I mean, it's as you said. Obviously, I've seen a couple of comments in the chat and stuff like that. They're not allowed to kill anyone. They might not be as entertaining as, for example, the factory gun game was. But the purpose of this challenge is to force otherwise aggressive and PvP-oriented players into a way of playing that they're not comfortable in. It is a test of their adaptability. Because at the end of the day, you can be a Shift W deity in labs. You can be a slow-playing player in Interchange, but the ultimate factor of what deems you as a good player in Tarkov is your adaptability to the situation you're in. And I'm sure we're going to see some amazing things from these players, because as much as they are PvP-oriented, they've been playing the game for a long time. They've been playing the maps for a long time, and I'm sure they're going to put some knowledge into play here now. So, heading over to the quad view now. Casters, take it away and give us some good times.
Now, actually, I have a question for you, Jeepo. So we have Oddities and Ontorius. They already have points on the board. They obviously have a little bit more to lose, quote unquote. Do you think that we're going to see Taze and Walker playing a lot more passively since they're at the 0 threshold right now, and they don't want to go negative?
It's interesting because on any other map, I would say no. They'll chat it up real hard, knowing Taze a little bit, knowing Walker a little bit more as well. Like, these guys are chads as well. They'll be going out there getting the points. But of course, in this map, you can't go out and get the points. You can only sort of avoid losing the points, really, in a lot of ways. Yep. So this is a really interesting one to find yourself behind on, because all you really, if you're defensively minded, you're thinking, I don't want to fall further behind here. Do you kill your competitors if you see them? There's a question. If you are Walker and you see Ontorius, do you take the hit by killing him to stop him getting any points? Things like that. It's all psychological. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what they do here. They've all split up. Oddity's just taking his pre-med, running over towards Blue Connex side by dorms, it looks like. Walker going the exact opposite side of the map, over by the train. So everybody's nice and split up now.
Oh yeah, we have heard the raid is hot. These competitors are allowed to engage each other. On that note, if you are in a sticky situation, do you take the L and actually die if you know that you can't get out alive, or do you try to fight your way out and try to recover those points later? You got to keep in mind that these guys, all the competitors, are wearing tri-zips right now. It's a 5x6 bag, which gives them 30 slots. Every time that you come out with a slot, you'll be given half a point. So that's 15 total. Keep in mind they can bring in rigs inside the bags as well, so that emphasizes more slot usage and space and whatnot.
Yeah, absolutely. And what I love about this is we've often seen people get in fights, PvP, and you'll watch these people intentionally try to pull their shots as they realize, hang on, I'm not supposed to kill this guy. And I always think that's quite funny. But we see Walker there hitting that stash in the corner by gas.
I really like
stashes are great. You want to get those single slot items. You want to pick them up, grab as many of those as you possibly can. So stash is definitely key here to doing that.
Now, Taze
I just want to point out as well. Sorry, just want to point out as well, the majority of our competitors as well have in their tri-zips rigs to stack. Now, if you didn't know this, guys in chat, If you, depending on the rig itself, if you put it inside a backpack, you actually generate more slots to put inventory into. It's a very common tactic for those of you who mop up squads and want to try and squeeze out some extra loot, some extra ammo, meds, attachments, etc., is to get the rig, put it in your backpack, and generate a little bit more space. So it's good to see that every competitor here so far has pretty much gotten the same idea to absolutely maximize their item in their item capacity in their bags. Really good to see.
Yeah, precisely. Taze actually has the right idea, in my opinion. I was going to actually bring it up and see what you guys would be bringing in for these loadouts. The LBT, I believe that's what it is. The brown one. I'm sorry. I've been using the AVS
The load
like crazy
bearing
recently.
rig, I think it's
The
called.
load bearing rig. There we go. Yes, that is the best rig in my opinion for this sort of rat run thing. Gives you availability for the 2x2, gives you 2x1 slots, and the 1x1 as well. So the thing that you're going to be doing with this sort of playstyle is looking for as many single slot items as you can to maximize the found and raid point value. Now, something I saw Taze also doing was taking parts off of guns to maximize that as well. That's something I never thought about. What about you, Jipo?
Yeah, it's a great way of doing it, isn't it? You break down that gun into 6 individual pieces instead of just a gun, and that's obviously more points. But what I'm actually quite interested in here is looking at the different loadouts that everybody's got. So it looks like Walker here just bringing in the Mark 47, and he's found the FN pistol in game. But we saw, I think it was Oddities was running the KS shotgun as a secondary. His strategy there being, I imagine, pretty simple. If I get in a PvP fight, I'm going to try and blind that guy and run away, disengage, so as not lose points. Whereas I think it was Ontarius had, it looked like a DVL as well as a VSS, so something for up close and far away. I think maybe his strategy is, well, I'm going to take the loss of points and kill the guy if I have to. So 2 different strategies there in regards to potential PvP engagements. Really interested to see what happens if they run into each other. But it looks like Walker here still sort of cruising around this area. There's a lot of loose loot down by this train yard that people sort of run past. There's ammo, there's meds, there's food items, there's crates. There's a couple of stashes, potentially 2 stashes underneath this train that he's crawling into right now, depending on how lucky you are. So this is a great spot to be for him.
Now, Rat Run is a true test of restraint for any PMC. Keep in mind, you can get into fights. I think that finding a right balance of getting into fights and getting away is good adaptation for any TARKOV player. Sometimes you just can't win a fight. Sometimes you just want to go balls to the wall. But I think right here, having the DVL and the close range option is good to be able to maybe leg an opponent, scare them away. Or as we saw before, we mentioned earlier, bringing in a M400 rounder and claiming your area, scaring everybody else away.
Yeah. Is that what you think you would do, Party? Would you be bringing in something to just, you know, if it comes to a fight, I'm going to win it irrespective of whether I lose a few points? Or would you be trying to disengage with like flash grenades and things like that? Smokes, perhaps?
I think that at least one fight can be taken by each of these competitors. I think that it's the risk and reward that allows these guys to be able to have that flexibility going on. We mentioned before, we've already had 2 competitors that are starting off at 0 points. So if these competitors get into a fight, it's going to be a lot worse in the point differential than it would for the other competitors. Oddities and Notorious have a lot more to lose here if they get into a fight. They can afford to take on maybe a 3-man and still be able to take home a bunch of points because they have a ton of slots in the tri-zip with rigs inside.
We're just joining Oddities here as he finishes looting upstairs in Big Red in the manager's office area. Looks like he has one of those rigs in his backpack almost full with individual items. This is a really good start to the raid. Of course, if you're another player and you see him, you can, of course, take the loss in points by killing him because he might have a backpack full of stuff that you can take to offset that point loss. A lot of psychological play here as he hits these jackets, hoping to find keys and other single slot items just like that. Perfect, great stuff.
Yeah, even makes yellow pliers super worth it. Pathing is going to be super important, like we mentioned before, as well as being able to understand other player pathing that's usually normal on the servers that you play on. I know that a lot of NA servers have different player pathings than EU server, for instance.
Yeah, absolutely. Particularly on customs, people move around this map differently depending on the servers that you play on. In my experience, having played on a lot of US and EU servers, it's really interesting because these guys, like I said, they are Giga Chads. They're used to hunting down PvP, yet they're having to run around and loot here like it's day 1 of the wipe, which I always find quite amusing. Imagine you're a Giga Chad, totally oblivious to what's going on. You kill these guys and you find their backpacks filled with random key plugs and useless keys. You'll be wondering what is going on.
Just sit there, look at their bag, then look at their dog tag level, and it's not adding up. Something's not right here.
Yeah, Slick Alton and 16 random pieces of useless loot.
Oh yeah. Just to mention again, guys, if you haven't checked out any of these competitors, man, Oddities, we got Walker, Tased FPS, and Ontorius. Please go give them a follow. Go check out their point of view. If you enjoy the content, please go check them out. Throw some love. And as always, make sure you guys are enjoying yourselves. We upload all the VODs as well into YouTube and all that cool stuff. So if you miss any of the action, you can go to their VODs. You can go to YouTube as well afterwards. Follows are free.
Absolutely, follows are free, and these guys are in it. It's very stressful playing in a competition like this. You might not think it. It is obviously fun. It's a great honor, but it can be very, very stressful. Particularly if you have a rough first raid and you start to feel that pressure ramp up. So links are in the chat. Thank you, Doc J, with the links.
Hi, Doc. Now I do believe that it's how. Now, Jeepo, the first time that you competed in Evasion, was it a lot different than your second time? Because this is Oddity's first time in Evasion. So how do you think he's feeling?
Yeah, first time was obviously more stressful. You understand the rules, you know what's going on, things like that. But at the same time, you kind of get up in your own head a little bit about it. You don't want to mess up. You don't want to make a fool of yourself in front of your friends and your peers and your viewers. Second time around, you're usually a little bit more chill. You've been there, you've done that, you know the format a little bit more. You're used to having a battle mod. Battle mods are just absolute superstars of Evasion. They're in the chat right now with all of these competitors, talking to them, giving them time updates, giving them advice, clarifying rules on the fly. So it's nice, you can rely on them. And then your second time around, it just becomes much more part of the experience, having that person in your corner basically looking after you. So he might be a little nervous, but to be honest, he's not showing it right now. He's doing a great job here, just filling his backpack real methodically. That soap in there, there you go.
Yeah, making the impression.
And now, absolutely. Now that he's filled his rigs more or less, he's now going to start looking, is there anything I can switch out here that's going to be higher value in terms of 2 slots into 1, things like that. So not done yet, but he's making a great methodical process of just hitting these stashes, it seems like. Although, is he going to try the jump in the bottom right-hand corner? It looks like he might. Yeah, he's got max strength, it seems. He can make that jump. I was going to say there's a chance that Taze and Ontorius run into each other here. They are in a similar spot.
This is going to get interesting.
A little spicy in the next 15 seconds or so if this is going to continue. Let's check, keep our eyes on this.
Tay's going for the extra loot on Taurus. Yeah, I think he's sitting there thinking about the time that he has. I believe there's 34 minutes left in the raid. You have 45 minutes on the 45 minutes on the customs raid. So 11 minutes has passed by. He's thinking, is there a little bit more loot in this area that I could still pick up? Because keep in mind, this is the boiler side spawn. There's a lot of loot over here if it hasn't been claimed already.
This is about to get interesting. They might even hear each other.
Fight, maybe.
Oh, this is now. Of course, bear in mind if they see each other, they might just kill each other. But neither is gonna want this PvP if they can get away with it.
Oh no! Oh! That is. Oh.
Wow.
Have we ever seen a closer extract on Rat Race?
Can't make up a better timing than that. Wow.
He is having a good laugh. I think he realizes that was one of his competitors as well.
Oh yeah.
What an ending. That was fantastic. GG's from both
that was
competitors.
Amazing. Let's go to Oddities and a walk. Now keep in mind, I said before, there's 45 minutes in the customs location. These competitors do have 25 minutes in their raid though. You can see the timer down the bottom. We have 9 minutes left in these instances. Oh, Oddities going down over at the hole in the wall.
Oh.
GG was a competitor.
Well, the only thing we know for sure is that was not a competitor that killed him. There we go, confirmed. As we can see, the other guys are out of raid. Walker minding his own business over here, just nonchalantly shuffling through loot, it looks like. What a shame.
That sucks. Unfortunate, but what can you do?
I was really hoping that we might see all our competitors get through this raid tonight. That would have been great. So now
Yeah, I
we're
was
just
really hoping
stuck
for it.
here. Yes, stuck here with Walker as he finishes looting the. I call this the tech room. I'm not sure what you guys call this tech room here inside of Alamo building. Getting those keys. Now I wonder if he heard that firefight.
It's always interesting
That
hearing
wasn't
people's
me.
different call outs for places.
Good boy.
Yeah, I'll
What
see
do you-
some
what do you
people
call
that'll
this?
have like a. Well, I was gonna say like the different types of associations that you have. But some people just have a funky name for it. Personally, for me, that would be like a skeleton storage because the skeleton area over in the middle, that's the side of of Stronghold that you're in. But if you have middle storage, most people understand what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, that's what I enjoy as well. Like different groups can play with each other very quickly. It usually just takes one time. Let me know what you call it, and we'll figure it out
Yep.
from there.
Well, changeability looks like Walker's picking up that pineapple juice. If he drops it, we will make sure we ban him.
7 minutes.
Boola boola, lad.
Speak for yourself.
It is a
looks like
sin.
these, it is. It looks like these tech crates still unlooted, so none of his competitors got here first. So he's starting to look at these 2 slot items, trying to see what he can min-max here just a little bit. There may be trouble coming his way, though. We're not sure yet, but whoever killed the other competitors there just right now, a second ago, might be coming this way. Of course, there is an extract underneath as well. This could get a little spicy for Walker, who's just sort of, you know, in my head, he's got his headphones on, he's minding his own business, he's just going about this raid looting.
Oh yeah. Now that's something that a lot of Escape from Tarkov players sort of grasp. Oh,
Oof.
that is a silent 209, I believe.
Time to move.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
it's
if that
sorry.
I don't think it's Rashala, so luckily he's just up against FMJ, I believe. It's nothing to mess around with that 209. The 366 ammo, that stuff hurts. Now, is Walker going to...
That was
He's
fun.
still at 0 points, so is he just going to get out and get the points on the board?
I don't know if that's-
Is he going
that's
to
sort of
min-max the
fair
rest of his
now,
time? He has no idea if any other competitors are still even in the raid.
I think, I mean, I can't
Alright,
speak
listen,
for
listen.
Walker, but if I'm in his position with 0 points on that last raid and I'm still in here and I'm talking to my battle mod, I'm probably trying to get out of here. Surviving should be priority number 1. So he's yeah, if he's smart, he's thinking about surviving this raid at this point. He's got a fairly full backpack.
Yeah, surviving is paramount, you know, just first of all for any of these raids. Tarkov should be the name of the game is surviving, adaptation, being the I think that it's lost in a lot of players these days with the popularity of the game and watch a lot of, you know, this Chad Rat sort of controversy going on. Just be the soldier that you want to be in the video game. It's a video game for a reason. You could be a sniper, you could be the point man, you can be anything in between.
Yeah,
If that's what you
I
enjoy.
fully
Don't let it stop you.
agree. It's called Escape from Tarkov. It's not called Kill Everybody in Tarkov. Play the game how you want to play it. There is no wrong way, except for camping extract. Then I'll have a word with you. But there's no wrong ways to play this game. Get in there, have fun. And surviving is key. People always say, "How do I make money?" Don't die.
Ooh, Walker.
Now here we go. Things about to get a little spicy. Yeah, this is not where Walker wants to be right now.
Yeah.
He's only got
Okay.
4 minutes left to get out of this raid.
Find his corner. Factory
wonder-
might be open.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I do wonder if FP13 or this extract underneath Alamo is open. Just call it Alamo extract. Is he able to sneak down there without getting pinged?
I think the problem
Give
here is
attention.
that he has the low ground. If the guy that's inside goes up on top, he might just pop him as he runs away. So he's got to make his timing very precise. Or just go for it. Chat it out. Go! Go, Walker! Ah! I would be like tense right now. Yes, no! Oh, he takes his leg out. Oh, the fracture! He's gonna take the
Oh,
fight.
God.
He's gonna
Oh,
drop
no,
the
Walker.
rope at all. Can he make
Move,
it out of
move,
here? Go for the jump. There we go. He
Go,
makes
go.
the jump first try. We out.
We're not out yet, but we're hoping to be. All right, Walker, that was a little too close for my heart rate. Thank you, sir.
Oh yeah, we are nearing the 3-minute warning for our competitor. Looks like he can just take it out. Looks like we got old gas station. Check the god spawn, get the extra little stock, and hopefully we don't get airbursted through the wall.
We all good, bro. Calm. I didn't breathe in the last 40 seconds, but it's all right.
Telling us to be calm, Walker. You be calm, sir.
Jeez. Wow, what a raid.
Coola boola, bro.
Well, we definitely
Coola
saw
boola.
some clinch moments there, some clutch moments. We obviously had Taze and I think it was Ontorius greeting each other very politely without bullets at the extract there. And then we saw Walker unfortunately take a few rounds from an M4 guy back there too. Luckily, the only thing he seemed to hit was his leg and break it, which isn't still great to be caught out in the open like that. But I want to just say one thing as well. This is what I'm talking about, the competition flipping on of its head. Oddities, who was in the previous game, the point lead, he died. He doesn't get any points from that raid now. And it's anyone's game now right now. That's what I'm saying. We've still got a full night ahead of us. We've still got a full night of probably upsets ahead of us as well. But obviously a big GG to everyone getting out there. A lot of really, really great strats happening there. A lot of great runaways there as well. We definitely saw some zigging and zagging there. And yeah, obviously unlucky for Oddities, but he's still in the game. He is still very much in the game. Just gotta re-kit, regroup, and re-enter.
Oh, yeah.
That's basically it.
I mean,
We're going to be
point
heading over
leader
to the brackets right now, and we've got a point update too. But we're just going to wait on Walker's score for a quick second. As you can see here, Oddities sticking at 23. Taze FPS is at 26.5 now, up from 0, I want to say. So now he is back in the game. Ontorius essentially over doubling his score with 42.5. Very respectable, strong lead there. And Walker had a cracking raid there too, so we're just going to wait for his score to update here real quick. But like I said, like I asked you both, Jeepo and Paddy, we saw some great nap knowledge there. We saw people hitting up areas of a lot of loose loot as well, and a lot of crates as well, with multiple bits of loot in them. We saw some risks going to high traffic areas, some rounds being caught here and there. And here we go. Norca back on the board now with 19.5. So once again, not much of a
Nice.
point spread between second and last place currently. Ontorius is a very strong lead here, but we've just seen a complete shift around on the scoreboard. So I am very much looking forward to the up and coming one, the up and coming next game, which I think it's safe to say that it is the complete and utterly stark total opposite to this one. But guys, obviously a quick check up as well. If you guys have not checked any of the participants out, please make sure you do so. Everybody here is vetted individually by the Evasion Tournament group. Everybody deserves your follow. Like my boy Zia said earlier, follows are free, doesn't take any effort, but it means the world to these competitors. Make sure you go check them out. And right now we are just going to get prepped and ready up on the next group. So guys, whilst the competitors are getting regrouped and rekitted and stuff like that, what have your favorite moments been so far, at least? Paddy, we'll start with you. What have your favorite highlights of the last two games been so far? Just to fill a bit of time in there.
honestly, it was the timing between those two exfils and the last competitors run into each other. We saw them almost run into each other 3 times right there in between that little water building and going to the exfil. They were just dancing around each other. So I love that sort of interaction between players where it doesn't always turn into a death.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, just because you see that one guy doesn't necessarily mean, you have to kill him. You can just let him leave, a couple of warning shots, just get the message across, And what about yourself, Jeepo? What have your highlights been so far personally?
Yeah, similarly, that little bit at the end where the two competitors ran into each other at extract with smiles on their faces, knowing exactly what was about to go down. As you said, you can end up with a couple of warning shots to the back of the knees. Also, shout out to Walker. He handled that contact very, very well. He got hit from a long way away. He didn't even know exactly where that was coming from, and he was able to put suppression down on it, pop those drugs, get out of the fight, and secure nearly 20 points. Over 20 points, actually. Looks like his score is still updating right there. So absolutely fantastic work by him. as well. And you know, as Party says, I just absolutely live for those multiple perspective views on the fights that the competitors don't even know that their opponents in the area, but we do, and it's great. Love it.
I think one of my favorite things to do when I run into another streamer is to, whoever lives or dies, doesn't matter, but just looking at their perspective on their VODs and just seeing everything happen up to that point. It's always cool to watch, kind of like piecing the puzzle there almost together. I'm just going to quickly announce something as well, guys. If you have been following social medias, etc., quite closely, you may know this, may not know this, but the NAEU app, the Duo app, sorry, open on Friday the 12th. The application's open on Friday the 12th. If you ever got a buddy you play with a lot, you stream a lot yourself, and you think that you guys could really gel together in a great duo competition setting, make sure you check out the Evasion Twitter for the official announcement. The links, the information, everything will be going up on that Twitter and other social platforms too, but primarily Twitter is the most important place for you to check that out, so make sure you check it out. And contrary to different tournaments, we obviously, with the trio format, we had both the NA and the EU brackets essentially back-to-back but separated. However, this season, we're going to have both NA and EU together in the same tournament. We're going to get in the same tournament, so it's going to be really nice, really busy, much like the trios tournament. But we're also going to be seeing a much wider variety of amazing, incredible players, crazy good content creators. We're going to be seeing a lot of variety coming up. So make sure you head over to the Twitter. Make sure you put on the alert icon. Make sure you don't miss that, especially if you are yourself an active, vetted TARKOV streamer looking to get into a great tournament with a buddy of yours. Just make sure you check that out. All right, then, guys. We're going to head over now to the next event. And like I said earlier, it is the total stark opposite. It is the Interchange Chad run. The Chad run. So we've completely flipped around everything again, and this might be something our competitors are a bit more comfortable in this time. However, there are some spins, of course, true evasion fashion. The primary objective is to, well, I'm going to put it bluntly, kill everything that moves and get the stone-pierced items out they can possibly think of out of the raid. They can bring in any loadouts they want, a couple of extra stims again, only 2 grenades, lethal grenades max this time, usual, no GL, MKT, repires, run-throughs, all the above. But the bonus items list is going to be quite interesting because a lot of these items are quite, not only are they rare, but they're also usually situated in pretty high traffic, pretty high risk areas. We're talking leadies, biddies, GPUs, Tetrises, skull rings, up for the luminoscopes, roll gold watches, defibs, moonshines, lions, and chains. All these items are worth something. All these items are spread around the map. All these items are going to be up for grabs. And as per usual, scav kills, 1 point. PMC kills with the tag and without the tag, 1 to 3 points. Killing killer is worth a little bit extra here, killing for 5 points. Extracting, once again, sitting at 5 points. But the bonus items are worth 2 points each. So if we see some really lucky spawns here, some keys being used perhaps, hopefully someone that's power will actually turn the power on. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? We'll be able to hopefully see some power unlocks here as well. But yeah, this is going to be complete and stark total opposite. This might be something our competitors are going to be a bit more familiar with. They're going to be able to run around freely, and hopefully now they've got a bit of bloodlust bottled up, which they're going to hopefully unleash on all the enemies near upon themselves, upon each other. That'd be nice too to watch. But just waiting right now on everybody queuing in. So, Jeepo, do you play a lot of Interchange yourself? And if you at least do or don't, what would you say for the audience would be ideally the better places to check that maybe don't require a key, that don't require the power to be on? What would you say are probably to say safe, Interchange is probably the least safest map I can think of, but would you say other areas are good for looting some of these rare items at too?
Yeah, Interchange, my favorite map. Probably got most playtime on it. For sure, everyone thinks, we'll run up to Tech Light and hope power's on and we'll hit the med room, but, you're forgetting about the office area around Idea. We're forgetting about, if power's on, you're forgetting about Kiba and that whole central belt with German down to TTS over to the Emercom spawn in there as well. So there's a lot of really good high-tier loot spawn options on Interchange. It's not just all behind 1 or 2 locked doors like it is on some other maps. So yeah, these guys could roam around. You know, we know where their lion spawns in Idea, for example. That you might just get lucky on a lion. It's a big item. It's quite large, but it is bonus points. It's high value. Tetrises can be found in 5 or 6 locations. Bitcoins can be found. I find bitcoins in TTS in the lockers inside of Goshen and Idea as well. So yeah, lots and lots of places that you can run around in. Interchange does not just have to devolve into fighting at the top of an escalator, as a lot of people think it does. I'm very excited for this one.
No, I agree. And not to mention, too, that, touching upon the lockers there in Goshen, they've been getting some pretty interesting loot table changes and tweaks recently, too, so they might be a good one to look at. But we're going to be heading over to the first few contestants are in right now. Taze and Notorious. Guys, take it away. Give us a good show.
Oh, looks like we're going for the spread.
It does. Great spawn for the guys, actually. It means that they can hit power. So we don't have to worry about that being a factor later on in the raid as well.
Question is, did any of them stay behind? You usually see at least one of them staying behind, letting the other 3 move forward. Oh, it is this like, no, this is my area. You go over there. It's like, no, you're good, Hobie. Ontarius.
Exactly.
Well, he's going to go back. Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, spawning in the corner of the map, it does limit you a little bit in terms of directions you can run, but it looks like we have a good spread happening here. We're just waiting for it to be called live by the battle mods. Yeah, I quite like this spawn. If I get this spawn on Interchange, do you often hit power when you're here, party, or do you think to yourself, you know what, I'm going to kill everything, come back, hit power when the map's dead?
I think that's always nice to have the option to hit power. As a mainly solo player, I usually like having the option, the opportunity, because you can utilize the power switch to know when other players are near there. So usually I won't hit it.
And it sounds like the raid has just been called hot, guys. So now these competitors are free to murder, death, kill everything they see, including each other. So we'll definitely be keeping an eye out on potential competitor versus competitor.
Oh yeah, it is already
gameplay
popping
here.
off.
Yeah, you hearing that in that background chat?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how much you run Interchange, party. Would you say this is one of your main maps, or is this somewhere you sort of go begrudgingly because you have a quest here?
Personally, I think I have a lot of experience with all the maps. Ati's getting into a fight here. We'll get back to that in 1 second. Oh, looks like he's pushing, sees the barrel of his enemy. And he goes for... Oh! He's out of ammo.
Do you have a stoppage, or is he out of ammo?
I think he might be up against a 2-on-5 gamer. Goes with a headshot.
Whoa. Oof. That could have
Very
went
good.
very... That was great. That could have went very wrong there. Just that running out of ammo at the worst time, but nicely hunted down. First dog tag off the raid right there.
Nice. Very well done. Going back to the question, though. Interchange, I have a lot of experience with all the different maps. Definitely not one of my more favorite maps or the top 3. But I think that Interchange early wipe is probably one of the better maps in Tarkov. Once it gets towards the late game, the late wipe, you have a lot of players that are less focused on the tasking, more towards PvP, and that's where we went towards that sort of escalator sort of mentality, and that's something I tend to stay away from.
Yeah, it's certainly why I prefer. That's why I like this game mode right here that we're playing, because it doesn't focus on just going to escalators and getting in a fight. Looks like Walker sneaking into the offices area in Ollie, and Taze has got his back to it right now, so he's in a very similar spot. This is going to be interesting. Keep an eye on this.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Just gotta be careful with Taze to see how long he stays in this area.
Like actually blind on this map. Holy.
He's killing some scavs there. He is bugging out down the escalator again, which might just, he'll never know, but that might just be a very good decision for him.
Yeah.
Get his back away from Walker.
Yeah, that's the thing for me. Over in Ollie, it's just not my store. I'd rather go to Idea or Goshen.
Oh, I like Ollie. I dislike running in past TARKOV, but I like Ollie. There's so much loot there. There's so much value on those shells, and people just run past it.
Now, Tay's actually making the good play. He's actually going around instead of straight through. Good flanking idea.
Yeah, I
get
assumed that
another
was a
ample
scav he
opportunity.
killed. Yeah, it might not have been. You know, he might have killed a player. He's coming in here to confirm that kill and try and get that loot. So keep an eye on that as he thinks about cycling into the back corner of the store here.
Now, what I'm thinking here is that fighting earlier when all these competitors got the raid hot, was it killa fighting or is this over near the tech areas? We're going to switch over to Walker for a second.
Iron always goes up there.
You can hear Walker here sort of explaining his mindset as he thinks about pushing out of that office. He is meanwhile getting the high ground.
This is the spot, man. I used to sit here and snipe and get my shooter born in heaven when it was still on Interchange.
I miss Shooterborn and having an Interchange. I know I'm the minority. What about you? I think it's the best map for Shooterborn. Fight me.
I mean, I do mainly sniping, so I could do shooter born in heaven in 2 days if I really wanted to. It's just a matter of trying to find the people in Interchange that are willing to not run all the way through Ollie in that hallway that Tay is looking down.
Well, it sounds like we have some action on the back ramps for Walker. Seems to have caught his attention. He's moving back.
Montorius in a
Oh.
fight.
Montorius and Walker real close to each other. He was killing scavs on that back ramp. This could be about to get interesting.
People.
Oh yeah, we're about to get a big trifecta. Looks like Oddity's the only one that's by himself. Got 3-way going on between Walker, Montorius, and Taze with the little Mexican standoff.
And none of them know that the other is there as well. So we just changed the audio over to Ontorius as he does some arts and crafts on his arm. See if we can sort of understand what his thinking is here.
He's painting.
Yeah, it looks like Walker might hear this. He is creeping. Walker, maybe I know he broke his mouse this week. Perhaps he broke his keyboard. He can only sneak. But he's been sneaking for the last few minutes. He might hear this. He sees something.
Eye contact. He's on to Ontorius. They're right next to each other. Tune in and see what happens. Oh, and he goes down! Walker with the kill.
GG's, my dude. What a great shot.
He had the one up on him. What can you do?
And it paid off. It paid off to be patient. There's a great lesson in that for people watching.
Gonna be dead down here.
Oh yeah. Now we have Taze that actually is going to be going over towards our other competitor. Walker get into another fight.
I just got KS shotgun by a juicer, bro.
Ooh, looks like he thinks he's up against the KS shotgun. He's not happy.
He is not happy. Uh-oh. Great use of deflect, put his helmet into play there. That's a great little get your face hitbox out of the fight. He's in trouble here.
Gotta make the best use of his cover.
Heavy
Possibly pop
blades.
that green stem.
Yeah. There you go.
There we go. Oh man, it's a good fight. Looks like we got maybe 1v1v1, 3 parties, or a 2v1.
Definitely at least a 2 so far. Great movement.
Grenade
He's
in.
trying to out-yield the heavy blade. That's going to be tough.
Now, he does have the advantage for room and angles with these nades. I don't think that second nade made it past that box. Nope.
Oh, this is probably a competitor. Right?
Falling back, trying to create a different angle, get into some cover. He needs to try and get that heavy blade under control. There we go. So he thinks, I believe he just said he thinks that's a competitor. We know it seems to be a third party. Of course, these are live TARKOV maps, everybody.
That's the thing, Jeepa. I mean, it's not a competitor, but it could very well soon turn into one with oddities coming in.
They couldn't have
We
been
got Taze moving around as well in the same general area. Actually, Taze and oddities might run into each other. Keep an eye on that. We'll let you guys know what's going on. Taze getting into a fight in the back of Goshan in the hallway. It looks like he's actually fighting the people that Walker is fighting.
Like I tanked that, I'd be very surprised.
Oh, looks like oddities and Taze are going to be moving towards each other while Walker heals up.
Yeah, you called it. This could end up as a third party after all between competitors here. It's a risky spot trying to get this this CMS kit working.
This could turn into an incredible fight, man. See how it turns out. Taze over in the back. We got oddities walking towards the front area. Looks like they're going to make contact in any second now. Walker still healing up, getting his water in his system.
I love to see people use verticality on interchange. Very few people do it. Let's say in these areas right here. It's great to see people jumping up on obstacles and using that height.
Walker doing the
Walker
push.
pushes. Woo! Let's go.
Nice pick up there. There's no way the other two competitors don't hear that.
Right, what have we got to work
No,
with
you
here?
can see
power?
he didn't even stop
No
for that
power,
dog tag.
bro.
He wants to get out of the area right now. He needs to finish healing up. He needs to get himself in a safe location. Basically, he knows how much noise he's made.
Very good knowledgeable priority on what's going on in the area. Looks like we got oddities
And
honing in on Taze. Oh man. And he goes down. Oddities with the god. Hey man.
Oh, I got him with the VOG. Oh no, I'm sorry.
Sing.
Oh no.
Sorry.
Oh
Jeez.
no.
Oh no
With his face, he's gotta hate me forever.
Jeez.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
What
Oh,
a
it
nice
is-
guy. GG's, dude.
He calls the tag before he picks it up. Tased. They're gonna have some
Here's a
words
question for you,
later.
With your expertise, how long do you reckon it takes to switch power?
Oh
run
no,
to
he's
swipe,
gonna.
swipe, drop, and
He
out?
already hates me, bro.
He's probably gonna be a bro here and drop his competitors' gear. Of course, they don't have to do that, but it's always nice to see a little bit of love between the competitors.
Did he?
Yeah, it's always good to see the sportsmanship going on. And again, if you guys want to see any of the point of views from any of these competitors, you can go on over to their channels. They are live. Go say hi from Evasion, show them some love. Follows are free. We would appreciate it.
Absolutely. Great fight that was, though. Great nade.
Ooh,
Absolutely.
I think that's an
Hey,
AI
Walker.
scav.
That's a little...
I think he's trying to make his way out, but we'll see how it goes. I think the AI might have just spawned in. It might have been why he was running, but we'll see how it goes.
Why they added this.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. I don't think the car is there as an option to extra. I think Walker, he's been better. It looks like he's still not fully recovered from that fight. He might be thinking of just getting out of this raid, calling it a good raid. Of course, he is coming back from a 0-point raid in raid 1. Any points right now are real good for him. Oof, there we go. A little hidden
I
scav
think
as
the
well.
thing that I'm thinking about right now is how that fight over near the Emercom ramp, it just diffused itself. Tased walked in, killed one. Walker went and killed the other. Oddities was kind of just like, all right, well, I'm just gonna go do my thing. And now everybody's out and about as if nothing
Is
happened.
that fair?
Oh boy, talk about let's get our mags back.
I didn't even know there was a weapon box back here.
It's amazing we didn't get any competitor gameplay there, man.
Yeah, I was expecting it was very, very close. Well, we did obviously have oddities running in and up against I think it was Ontorius there. But yeah, I was expecting a little bit of Walker on player action. It looks like he's maximizing the use of the Aquamarine as well. A lot of people don't know what's going on with the Aquamarine, chat. What I'd recommend is if you have one in your stash, give it a double click and have a little read at the bonuses it gives you. Might be worth checking that out. Great stuff from Walker there. Get as many advantages as he can.
Oddities find some action. Looks like he heard something. Throwing a Vog on over. Looks like he's going for a round 3 for this round. He's been getting the PvP going. Apologies earlier with the grenade kill. When he got a good defuse on the situation, we're going to get some shots down. This guy trying to get an angle. Looks like the enemy PMC is going to go for a flank. Oh, no, he's going forward.
Kind of playing catch up, so I'm trying to find.
Has got a broken arm as well, which won't help with his steady shooting, it looks like.
Yeah, definitely not the best scenario going on. Do you ever carry splints with you when you go out, Jeepo?
Every raid. I never
Every
carry a
raid?
Grizzly. I always carry the little 5-use CMS and the splint.
There we go. He's getting the shots down. He gets solid
let's
4
go.
shots on him.
How is that man alive?
Pretty sure that
push.
guy is done.
Definitely hurting.
Nice aggressive gameplay from his competitor there, whoever that was, his opposition.
These two are just going back and forth, and Atiz goes down. Was that the first party, or did he get third partied there?
I think that was a separate guy. No, it wasn't. He never got the kill. He never got the kill. Did I notice, and keep me honest here, party, was he using the MAI rounds instead of BP? So I believe it has higher pen but less damage. Was it BP? Okay.
Rounds. Now that might have been the difference between what happened right there. The other guy might have had penetrable rounds that went through there. Who knows?
I
believe the spare ammo was BP. He might have had the MAI right inside of the current rounds.
Yeah. Looks like his battle mod in chat. Torres is confirming it was MAI AP. I've had this before with MAI where I just feel it isn't hitting hard enough. The only reason I use it is it has a higher muzzle velocity, which means it's easier to shoot at range. And it's great for head taps, but body shots, I always seem to struggle with it. Great fight though. He fought that so well. He was defensive. He moved back. He used the shadows. He used his grenades well. Very unlucky. Great stuff there from him. Should be proud of that fight.
He did the best he could. You could do the best you can in this game, do everything right, and still not come out on top. That's the sort of thing that we see now. With the recent bullet penetration update, have you been getting many wall bangs or kills through things?
A few. I actually got killed by a wall bang in Evasion Trios just the other week. So it's great. I actually really like that update. I think it's great to have the ability to penetrate objects in Tarkov. So, you know.
But can we shoot through fences? That's the question.
You can shoot through the blue fences. The other ones, I don't know, the wire fences seem to have a little, the chain links seem to have a little bit more painful experience. But I believe we'll get there. I believe we'll get there.
I think it's really nice how a lot of bigger games, indie games, AAA games, are adding in these sort of mechanics, bringing in that sort of touch of realism into the game that doesn't, you know, completely break the immersion or the thing that the game is going for. Oh, nice flick on Walker right there. I think that having these mechanics in like bullet penetration, or you see the sense of mortality that Tarkov has layered onto things with the body system. While it's not completely realistic, it still adds on an extra layer that, you know, if you get your stomach shot out, you're going to be hungry or thirsty, you're going to have pain in a fractured arm or something like that.
Absolutely, and I think you know, with the new patch coming soon, with the new Unity engine, we're only going to see more and more of those mechanics added to the game over time, which is just great for Tarkov in general. Ooh,
man, these scavs are just camping.
Helmet save lives, chat. Ouch.
What'd it do?
What'd it do?
What did it do? Wow, he is he's having a rough time here. He's losing limbs left, right, and center, but he's still in the fight. He's still surviving. He's racking up points. He's got just under 9 minutes left in this raid. Helmet save lives. People ask me, should I wear a helmet? Yes. Yes, there is no other answer. It's often it won't save you, but when it does, it does. I think it's worth the money.
Yeah, precisely. I think that from other games, let's say make a comparison to PUBG, where you have the armor durability and whatnot, it definitely has a factor in Tarkov, but having that extra availability for survival chance is something that you do want to take into account when you're going into your loadout. Ammo is just as important as the armor that you're wearing.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm fairly happy now, even if I die.
So it
The
looks
reason
like
I made that
he's
comparison is you'll see PUBG, you'll have a red vest, whereas in this game you can still have an ULAC helmet, the level 4 helmet, the black helmet with the ear covers. That can still be down to, let's say, a quarter durability and still be able to tank like a decent round, whereas other games you'll see the durability doesn't really do that much. Having that extra little availability to go and swap your weapons, swap your loadout on the fly in this game brings in that touch of, I guess, what everybody's looking for in video games these days. Something that is a little bit more... Ooh, got a fight breaking out between Walker.
Oh no, probably like taste, right?
It looks like we have a little bit of spice here on the high ground. Ooh,
Man.
he
Looks like
needs
a
to be
M1A possibly.
careful. Yeah, it was a big round. That's what it was. Maybe M62 looked like Tracer to
62,
me.
61, yeah. Got the green flashes going on.
He's taking a risk here by going in and trying to secure this killer extract. On the one hand, ooh, somebody's already been here.
Phil? Hello?
Mm.
Oh my god.
Struggling with his button control. It's okay.
Mouse wheel up's bound to something else, mate.
Happens to the best of us.
That magazine loaded. He knows he's possibly got a fight here. Half a mag of BP. Ooh, do you take a second? You've got 6 minutes. Get yourself repacked. Get ready for this.
Oh, we're gonna be in a right hoop.
Usually, on average, if you give yourself 3 minutes to exfil and interchange, you should be okay as long as you don't get into a fight on the way out. It's just that point in time where he's going to have to make that decision.
The risk with this extract, he's not going to do the...
Ooh.
Oh, okay. Okay. He's got problems.
And the nades are popping in. You're going to want to move out of there. Looks like
2 heavy bleeds, though. This is a huge problem. Yeah, I think this guy was maybe in around Chinese area. Yep, he's pushing.
In the pizza
Walker does
shop.
not have any grenades.
Working the angle. Oh, gotta be careful. I think your best bet here might be to get the push in. Let's see what he does
Walker,
here.
let's go.
Enemy's going to reload. Going for the push. Oh, and he goes down!
No! Oh,
Ah, man.
so unlucky, dude. He was
That was a great fight.
chicken nugget in that fight. He held that angle so well defensively. GG's to Walker. Really, really rough.
I mean,
Wow,
at least
he
it
just
wasn't
tanked
bad,
those
right?
rounds.
But
That's unfortunate. I don't think we had a single competitor survive that challenge. And in the
Yeah.
spirit of, you know, like back in the previous one, we had 1 death, and in this one now we have no deaths. It doesn't matter how you play. You're always at risk in Tarkov. What an upset, though. What an upset. I think Walker, had the best idea of all the competitors there. You know, he was purposely taking a really wide route around the map, picking up all those scav kills and whatnot, and racking up those points. But at least we can say with a certainty that the majority of the contestants here did go down with some serious points under their belt. You know, they didn't get the extraction, or didn't get any of the rare items, at least I don't think they did, but they went down with a lot of kills. Those kills do mean something in the end. Oh, what a shame, though. What a shame. We had some super bad luck and super bad RNG there. You know, Walker took so many shots from scabs, from other people. The player there just completely rinsed him on the first spray. Hate to see it. Hate to see it. However, we did get a little bit of a fight between Ontorius and Walker back there. So that was nice to see. And Walker was obviously playing a little bit slower, getting as much information on the player's whereabouts as possible. Managed to get that nice little headshot in too. So very, very good adaptability here. Very, very good. But guys, what we're going to do is real quick. We're just going to head over to do a quick ad break. And we shall see you once everybody's rekitted. The points are all caught up. And we're ready to move on to my personal favorite map. I can't wait for this one. We'll see you guys after the ads.
Bravo team 10-0. Keep an eye on 96. Where there's one, there's more. Copy that, Echo. Proceed with caution. Copy that, Delta team 7-7 in about 5 minutes. Bravo team, this is Bravo team 7-6. ETA in 3 minutes. Copy that, Bravo team.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Hopefully you've got yourself your bathroom breaks, your popcorn refilled. Obviously, just then we finished on a... As much as our competitors didn't survive that challenge, we did have some... Like, we had fights all around. We had fights between the competitors. We had fights between them solos and the squads. We saw, like, the tactics and stuff like that our competitors were putting against these squads. We saw some... It was a very eventful raid. Very eventful raid. Jeepo, I think that you commented earlier about the 3-man, I think it was, inside Goshen. How do you think Odyssey's handled that? I don't think, personally, there was any better way he could have handled that. Fortunately, he got surrounded and eventually went down, but, I mean, we want to talk a little bit about the fight and what he was doing?
Yeah. I think he handled it very well. It's a really nice place. If you're going to have a fight against a squad where you're outnumbered, it's a nice place to do it. You got lots of concealment, lots of shelving units you can bounce between. Firing, moving, suppressing. He uses grenades early, so that was unfortunate. He didn't have any more because that really helps. If not displacing them, then at least allowing you to displace to another location and fire. I think he did really well. He got some good shots on one of them. He didn't kill him, but that guy's probably hurting pretty good. And you know, give the credit to that 3-man. They pushed up real aggressive, hunted him down. That's one of the issues I find with the mutant in close quarters combat is you only have 30 rounds in those mags unless you're running the 73 or the 75. You're gonna find yourself in trouble if you're up against a 2 or 3-man if you're not very accurate. And of course, you know, he went down to that squad, and then at the end that was the same squad that absolutely hunted down Walker, who I think again, you know, he used that little bit of cover, those boxes, really, really well. But 3-on-1, it was never going to be a pretty fight for him. So I think our competitors did really good against what looked like a Chad squad running around on Interchange, wiping the map.
Yeah,
I agree. At the end of the day, sometimes you find yourself in the butt end of the situation. It's nothing to do with the player. It's nothing to do with the game. It's nothing to do with Nikita. Sometimes it's just you get caught up in a bad place. It happens. You know, that's TARKOV.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it's just bad luck, bad RNG. That's all that is. But yeah, absolutely amazing event nonetheless. Every player there racked up a decent amount of kills and some points. We're going to head over down to the bracket real quick and just review the points. Once again, we're looking at a big shift here. Taste FPS currently with last place, but still not that far behind with 28.5 points. Only with oddities only slightly above him. And we actually already have a tie for first place. We have 43.5 points from both Walker and Ontorius. And bear in mind as well, Ontorius died, I think, the earliest in the game there. So once again, I'm going to keep reiterating this for the viewers, you guys at home. It's still not over. We've seen these scoreboards change, flip, spin around more times than you've had hot meals, more likely. So we're going to see some further shifts, no doubt about it. And we are going to have, in my opinion, my favorite map coming up soon. And I wonder if you guys can guess which map it's going to be in the chat. Which is the favorite map here? We've only got a couple maps left. Which are the favorite ones? I wonder. But guys, coming up next is Shoreline. Oh, my favorite map, Shoreline. Paddy and Jeepo, what do you guys think about Shoreline?
It's my favorite map.
Love to see it, Jeepo.
I think you're both wrong. I've played enough Shoreline in the last 3 weeks to last me a lifetime, probably. I actually like Shoreline. I'm much more comfortable running around the outside though than the inside. Put me in the outside, and I'll go up against anyone. Put me in the inside, I'm gonna get lost after 3-4 years of Tarkov. It don't matter.
Okay, can we cut the mic to Jeepo's feed, please? Can we cut the mic, please? All right, heading over to the rule set, though. This is Die Hard Delivery. Now, this is a different one, once again, to the previous one. Whilst kills, everything is still very much viable here, there's a particular objective. And that objective is delivering two car batteries, to any of the vehicles that are eligible on the objective list and killing at least 3 enemies. Failure to place both batteries and kill 3 enemies will disqualify the competitor from extraction points. So the objective here has to be completed if they want to gain the extraction bonus here. And another spin on this as well. Whoever gets the first, second, third, last extractions, whatever, they're going to get differing bonus points. So the person who does the objective and then plants them first and then manages to extract first, they get 10 bonus points. That's double the extraction points the players have been earning so far during this tournament. Second place is 6, third is 3, last place is 1 for extract. So we're going to be seeing some interesting decisions here. If people are spending a bit more time on the map, they might want to linger around and just make back the points by killing people. But once again, the rules for the loadout: any weapon and armor, they have to wear a pilgrim with 2 car batteries, 2 stims, 2 grenades, the usual not allowed stuff in the list down there. As for the vehicle list, if you're wondering which vehicles are eligible for it, the UN truck behind the admin building, the ambulance in the resort plaza, that's going to be an interesting one, that one. Car near bridge at the power station, so that's just literally on the bridge. The green truck at the gas station crossroads. So these trucks here are in some pretty decent high traffic areas. I think the UN truck just behind admin on the way to Rock Passage, I think that one probably might be a bit of a safer bet. So hopefully all the competitors think the same when we see some people juking it out over there. But like I said, in order to qualify for the bonus points, in order to qualify for the extraction points, they have to get these objectives done and plant the car batteries, get these 3 kills, and if they want to leg it out at extract, get the extraction bonus, they can. If they want to stay on the map and maybe even kill Senator, you never know, right? Speaking of which, Senator is 5 points on this map, much like Killer in the previous one, and each battery placed at least is 4 points each. So always that together, I'm not too sure. Either way, my favorite map, Shoreline. I don't care what any of you guys say. It's the best map. It's like dorms on steroids when you go to the resort. It's like woods for sniping once you go outside the resort. It's great. It's fantastic. And I'm very much looking forward to it. I'm also going to be interested to see if any of our competitors are going to maybe run through the resort. We might see some really, really cool fast-paced CQB gameplay here for those of you who do enjoy that kind of playstyle at home. But I'm fully expecting some people here, especially Walker. He's done the same thing, I've noticed. He's taken it slow at the beginning. Then once he's sure that some of the competitors have worked their way through the map, he's going to work his way around, pick off those scabs, and then see what happens. But Paddy, I'm going to talk to you, because you like Shoreline. I don't know about that GPO guy over there, but I like Shoreline. What do you think are going to be the main objectives here, and which vehicle do you think is going to be the most popular one?
I think that the most I think the priority for all these competitors here is going to be their time management right here. Going and picking out, and especially with the scav, or not the scav, the spawn that they have right here over near the tunnel, it's going to limit their options a little bit since they're in that corner. I think that time management is going to be a great thing for these competitors, understanding where all these competitors are going towards in the raid. Keep in mind they are in the same raid, so that after it goes past a certain distance or time after being away from each other, the raid will go hot. They can engage each other. I think that the one that's going to be utilized the most might actually be over near the resort, over near admin, because I think that a lot of these guys are going to have that mentality where they understand, okay, one guy's going to go towards this area of the map, one's going to go towards this area of the map. Maybe if I get in and get out as quick as possible, you're going to be guaranteeing yourself at least 12 points if you're the last one to make it out and place both batteries while getting your 3 kills.
Absolutely, and just while we're talking there, chat, there is a poll up. What is your favorite map? It does look like fake news though, because Woods is not on it, and somehow Labs is. But get up there, get your votes on Interchange. I mean, get your votes on your favorite map, chat. Whatever your favorite map is, don't worry about me.
The raid is hot. We'll see where our competitors are.
Red hot indeed. Let's keep an eye on this.
All right, you guys are listening to Ontorius. Looks like Walker already taking some shots. Looks like that might be on over towards a AI, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it looks like a scav running around the bus stop area at gas station, I believe. A little hard to see.
Now, Oddity's over by the bus station. Tay's over by the cultist church. Tori's just a little bit fuzzy, trying to check out where he is. Looks like he's riding the wall over towards the cultist church, possibly going to be following up behind one of the competitors. Walker already placing down one of his batteries over near the green truck. There we go. Like we mentioned before, he's getting in.
If you're Walker here, you've got that advantage. You've already placed a battery. Do you go for the early extract to guarantee the 10 points for the first extraction? Or do you think to yourself, you know what, I'm going to stay in here and get some kills now? I want to really push ahead a little bit. What's your play here if you're in his position right now?
I think that with this being an objective tournament, I think it's going to be very beneficial for these competitors to, again, manage their time. I think that Walker had a great idea with getting his stims in his system, getting in towards the first objective, at least placing some points on the board and seeing how the other competitors go. Now, the issue with it being light wipe is that everybody is mostly going to be running suppressors on Shoreline. So you might never be able to keep tabs on everybody. Oddity's placing down one of the car batteries.
Yeah, running around is a dangerous spot to be, so he wants out. Yeah, he wants to get into cover as quickly as he can here, right into admin. Ooh,
spraying down that scav.
And murdering that boy.
He fell over. Walker's getting some shots on him. That is a third-party PMC, not one of the competitors.
And Walker does have a new mouse, chat. I am just going to give him benefit of the doubt there, because that should have been... That was... You don't get a gift like that in a competition very often.
Yeah, they're training rounds. Yeah. Yeah, just practice. He hit him, just like tag.
We're risking it here, mate. This is
He's
really
it.
risky.
That's look, you can only pay your actors so much. When you miss shots like that, there's nothing you can do about it, all right? So
Walker placing down another car battery.
Yeah, he's got both objects down here. Now he just needs to make sure he gets himself 3 kills. So we'll keep an eye on that and see what he decides to do. It's one of the reasons I don't like using a mutant in an open map like this.
Tay is placing down a battery, moving towards Oddities, actually. Looks like we might possibly have a fight popping off, but Tay's going to go inside towards admin. Ontorius moving over towards another objective.
This is screaming out for my brother.
Yeah, that was one of those moments. I often wonder about this when I play myself, just how close you come to another competitor and you don't even know it.
I am all objective.
It's interesting. Taze is going to go inside, and then looks like he's going to trade his place with Ontorius towards the potential adversary for Oddities. Oddities is going to keep on moving towards Road to Customs, though, so we'll check in on them later. Walker's going to get some shots down on a scav. We got Taze on your audio, the big screen.
Yeah, he's just going to... Oh, Cav there.
Oh, hello! I thought that was a PMC at first, not gonna lie.
That makes us-
Just staring out the window, you know, daydreaming.
Easy points for Tiz. He's probably gonna think as he's already dropped one of his batteries here.
I think I tapped
Yeah.
like 3 bullets.
Just a reminder to you guys, all these competitors have to place down both of their batteries and get 3 confirmed, not confirmed, but they have to get 3 kills. Obviously, if you don't confirm it, you're taking a risk, but they have to get 3 kills and place down both of the car batteries to make their exfil. You get points based off which position of exfil you make it out of. And if you guys want to check out what's your favorite map up in chat, we got a poll up. Feel free to
Yeah, a
vote on
new
it.
updated V2 poll with Woods. But of course, there is still only one answer, and that is Interchange, chat. I'll let you guys go
remember-
up there and make the right decision.
Yep. If you don't pick Shoreline or Woods, though, then Nikita will give you a 209 in your stash tonight.
Oddities. Looks like he is. Oh, he's over by the extract already. Is he going to be the first competitor to get out of the map, secure that 10 points? Is he going to farm a scav or 2 here? It looks like he's thinking about it before he leaves.
Still one up there then, isn't there?
Seeing a lot of these
Yeah.
competitors making the most out of and trying to squeeze out the time from the other rounds. Now we're going to see them try to make the best of the time and get out as soon as possible because there's a lot of points on the line for between first and second.
But it just can't be competitors.
We don't know if someone's yoinked the extra.
Here's the thing. Walker's
Yeah,
already
no,
placed down
it's
both
not
of
really
his batteries. Looks like he's just kind of circling around the map, just making the best of things, going towards the lesser path AI spawn areas. And it looks like we might get Oddities and Walker run into a fight possibly soon. Antarius and Taze on the bottom as well, possibly get into a fight.
20 minutes.
We do have that PMC.
Looks like we got a fight pending.
Wait, so a PMC with
We'll see if
tanks,
it
how many
pops
points?
off or if it cools
Yeah,
down.
it's-
CCP checkpoint's not open.
Okay, fuck it, mate.
Oh,
We'll
it is
just-
open.
yeah.
Oh,
I've got 3.
Oh, Walker might be about to steal the 10
Wow.
points.
Walker makes his way out.
Oh,
Mm.
Oddities is looking in that direction.
Let me confirm you killed
And
him.
Walker gets out of
Close.
the raid, steals the 10 points from Oddities. Woof.
Wow.
Wow, it looks like he saw him, or is that a third party he's shooting at just right now, Oddities?
Not
I'm not sure what
sure.
the delay is. Maybe they're on his stream. But that was nearly a little bit of crossing the streams there. Good decision by
Okay, so
Walker.
we'll-
Got the batteries down
we'll
early, got out.
action.
Teased. Looks like he's in the fight here at admin.
So, wait a second. I don't think the delay would have worked out with Oddities because Walker was already out for a solid 10 seconds. Before, wait, did he just shoot a third party?
Yeah, we're getting
Oh, he got
confirmation
a
that was
third
a third party.
There we go. Taylor's getting into a fight as well.
That was a bit close.
From the
holy
East Wing
shit.
first floor over near the glass bridge. Let's see what's going on. He's going to heal himself with a hemostatic. Antarius definitely hears that. He's going to make his way back towards the resort. Not sure if he's going to go inside as well. We got one more car battery on Tased. He's going to see if it's going to weigh him down. If he's going to drop his bag. Going for the Grizzly on the thorax.
He is looking a little bit worse for wear here. He's still got some bleeds. He's got a lot of broken bones. He needs to do some arts and crafts. Ontorius pushing in with the Val. He heard that. Pretty sure he heard that. He has a lot of work to do here. Was that a solo? Was it not? He needs another battery placed as well.
It's going to be very unfortunate for
Nade.
Ontorius if he takes the wrong path. And Tased is going to actually backpedal back into admin.
I reckon that's competitive.
Unknowingly giving up his advantage. Torres is going to move seemingly towards admin as well. Actually, no, he's going to get an angle in the back of the courtyard. Pop up with the DBL. He knows that 2 parties are going on. Doesn't know if they're competitors.
He might inadvertently save his competitor here, depending on what's about to shake out. In a nice spot. That bush is, I mean, if you're in a fight in admin, you're not looking out at that bush.
Battery.
It's a HK, by the way, Sean.
It's going to be plenty of time between fights here while Tased patches himself up. Now, the question here is going to be, is Antarius going to wedge himself between these 2 adversaries? You know, the 2 1v1, or is he just going to let them fight it out, kill the winner, and go about his business?
So, I think we use that
I
quite
really
looks
want
like
to see
he needs a
Torres
burst.
use this DVL. I really
Oh,
want to see.
I just want a snipe in this competition. There's nothing better than the goal long shot like that. Now, we've been getting decent shots off on the scavs and whatnot, but getting a nice, crisp headshot on a PMC that's in motion, nothing better in my opinion. Oddity is actually going to make his way on out. We're going to have Ontorius on the audio. And Taze is still patching himself up.
So 2 competitors successfully extracted so far. That is the 10-point extract to Walker and the 6-point extract to Oddities. So GG's those guys.
Yeah, well done.
We are now joining Ontorius on the big screen, tased in the bottom right corner. You can hear him still stapling his life back together. And I'm wondering if that squad he ran into just across from admin are still in and around 110, or have they bugged out now? This is the decision he needs to make. Is does he go and push that and get the points, or does he leave and worry about that battery?
That's sort of the mentality that you see with Shoreline squads, especially, is once you interrupt their looting, they'll make sure you're gone before they even clear out. That could take 20, 30 minutes before they even leave their position and start looting again. So it's a very big risk if you're going to stay into the resort for an extended period of time.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, Ontorius moving across to looks like he's by the archway over by the radar dome. Yeah, he is. And he's got 15 minutes left to decide what he wants to do in this raid. So is he gonna place? I think he's placed both his batteries. Keep me honest there, party. I think he has.
Ooh, here in the scav, looks like we're all good on Taurus. Looks like he's just trying to clean up and get those kills, get the extra points on the board. And it looks like he's all good. Doesn't need to place anything else down.
Nice.
Everything is already looted. Taste lost a place down. Oh no, never mind. I'm sorry.
He does have one
I am incorrect
yeah.
as well. Both these competitors still need to place one down. Keep in mind. Oh yeah, trust me. Now, do you ever go towards this radar dish area? Because honestly, I've been playing this map ever since it came on out, since the expansion and whatnot. Before everything popped off with Shoreline being the one of these big popular maps, you know, with the loot being added into Resort, people would always go towards the radar station because it was the PvP central. Do you ever go towards here? Because personally, I don't really do it anymore unless I'm looking for a shit show.
Yeah, depends what the objective is. If there's someone in my squad or whatnot that has a mission up there, fair enough. Generally, if I'm going there, it's because I need sightlines on people for PvP hunting. If I'm just trying to kill scavs or whatnot, I'm probably going to avoid this area as best I can. As you say, it can be a bit of a shit show with people converging on it. But you do get those nice lines right down to the water's edge. Some really nice headshot opportunities at 100 meters. So certainly has its merits, this spot.
Yeah, I agree. That's sort of the pluses to playing Shoreline, is you get a good fair amount of action. If you want to go to the resort and find close action, you can. If you want to find sniping, you want to find anything in between, you have the availability to have those sight lines, and the map is big enough to be able to just spend time in the map and have some fun with friends, or go around and loot as a solo, or just solo snipe, solo PvP, whatever it is that you decide to do. I think that Shoreline accommodates a lot of different play styles.
Notorious looks like he's using the ibuprofens instead of the golden stars. That's not a bad idea with the recent update. Headache-inducing update to golden star.
We're nearing halfway through these competitors' raids. 12.5 minutes left to make the best of. We already have 2 out already, so these competitors are going to need to place down their car batteries, and they're going for 3rd for the next exfil and 1 point for the last exfil.
What?
If you guys do want to see any of these point of views firsthand, you can go on over to any of these channels and go throw them a follow, throw them some love on over from the Evasion family. All these competitors are vetted and awesome people that we consider part of the TARKOV community and towards the wider community of family, man. I think that everybody that is involved with these are good sports, good people, and understand that we're here to have fun and have something a little bit different that normal TARKOV allows us to do, but not everybody is willing to do.
Absolutely. It's a great way to get involved more with the TARKOV community as well. Get out there, get your name out there a little bit, play some games, meet some new streamers if you stream yourself, or if you're a viewer, see some new streamers that you've never had a chance to watch before. Definitely worth getting involved.
Yeah, we've seen the community grow over the years, nonstop. Being able to go from, we've seen 2,000 people to 100,000 people in the director before. You can see the community come together, have fun, and we've seen the popularity of things grow in a sense that allows us to do what we do and provide the content that we do for you guys. And we've seen a lot more streamers in the past year or two. So on that note, if you guys do want to sign up, if you have a friend that you play with a lot, we got the NAEU duos sign-ups open on Friday. So start talking to your buddies, see what's going on, get some play style, and put an application in.
Absolutely. And of course, if you want to become a battle mod, it's the other side of this. If you want to volunteer to be a battle mod, guys, invasion.gg on the website, details to be found there. Feel free to apply for that awesome position as well. I think a lot of us have been battle mods in our time. Looks like Taze, yeah, getting in a fight here, round 110. He's come at this squad that he bumped into now from a different angle here. There you go, spraying down the scavs, nice.
We saw one move to the left over in the 107 area. He's going to stay in there. Looks like he might have popped his buddy. Going to see what this naked guy is doing. I believe he had a shotgun, so he's going to nade him. Homie is behind the door. Opa, no. Oh, that was silly. Poor guy. No, 215.
So you guys know he was spamming
Free dog tag, 3 points, good stuff. So the thing is here, you know, I don't know if he's aware that he might be the last one in this raid from the competitors, or one of the last ones anyway. Ontori is still in this game. You know, he's in here, he loses out on potentially up to 9 points for extracting first to last. So he's got to make up that points difference now with scav kills, PMC kills, anything he can do. So now that he's stuck here, he's going to have to min-max this raid.
Yeah, that's the time efficiency thing that you got going on. Torius looks like he's checking over near the Sanitar spawn. Sanitar will give you 5 points, but a guard will only award you 1, as a normal scav would. So you gotta be careful about that. If you find Sanitar, hope you run into him, pop him, and get out of there, because those guards, I don't know about you, but I can deal with Sanitar just fine. The guards always mess me up.
The guards are not to be messed with. They're pretty lethal. Pretty lethal from a long ways away. Like you say, if I can get Sanitar and get those bonus points and get out, that would probably be my play as well. But then I'm not as much of a Giga Chat as these guys, so maybe they'll will come at this a little bit differently. But great to see Taze just gunning down a Timmy. Makes me happy.
Mm-hmm. It seems the hatchlings have turned into 2-on-5-lings. Which isn't bad. I remember the old days of getting popped with a Makarov.
Well, you know, you got to offset the ammo you spend shooting them, so it's nice.
Let's see what Taze is
Like
seeing. Yeah. He's been eyeing something like
that. Go ahead, party.
Yeah, that's pretty much. He's been eyeing it up. I think he heard something. Gonna get into a fight right here as the enemy comes out over and unaware of Taze too. He just drops him.
Great stuff. That is a big, fat PMC, I think.
There's a thick boy now. The question is, does he have a buddy? Not too geared, but he's got the standard budget kit. Get that XP from searching him. Maybe we'll pick up the tag. All we gotta do is pick up the tag and make it out and get the points. There we go.
That's all you need in this one. GG's, dude. Nice work.
Yeah, very well done. Good
Only
opportunity.
I take it back. Wow.
Poor guy. We timmied him. It's okay. The bot will put a 0 after the 7.
There you go.
Killed a level 70, chat.
Using that Akamarie as well that we talked about a little bit earlier on. Gives you plus 10 stamina, I believe.
Yeah, it gives you stamina. It's max stamina, and it gives you the regen, I believe, huh? So
yeah,
nice
people sleeping on Akamaries right now. Yeah,
It's always nice
he
seeing
heard
these,
that guy.
these elements added in.
No, absolutely, it is. Does he hear something else now? He heard that guy at the helicopter. He waited. He ambushed him perfectly. Got the dog tags. Ah, that's it. That's the dead scav that we saw earlier on Antarius' screen as well.
Something that's interesting to me is Ontorius has gone full circle on this map. He's gone back to where they started, going back towards the tunnel with his DVL. Looks like he's going to pop on over, maybe check the pier again to make his way out. Again, these competitors have 5.5 minutes left.
I think his logic is, I'm not going to be first out of this map, so let's make the most of my time in here. There's a chance that they could cross paths, depending on how quickly they both move here. There is only 5 minutes left in this raid, so they're both thinking about that extract. As we join Ontorius here on the big screen, running over by Gas Station Hill, it looks like.
I think it kind of is interesting with Shoreline, with the rule set that we have in place here, is it allows for a lot more of contingency plans for these competitors than other maps. Because you're going to have different stages of Shoreline. Ooh, he's got some action. Taze and Ontorius might get into a fight here. I'm not sure if Ontorius has any idea that Taze is nearby. Taze is going to pop one scav. Ontorius is going to pop the other. See how it turns out.
Oh, he's going to know now. This is going to be interesting.
2 scavs down for Ontorius. He's going to go behind the station. Taze, if he's looking right, might be able to pop him.
Did I hear 2 or did I hear 3? Who do I get? I help.
Oh, this position's perfect for Taze. Yeah, he sees him.
Ho! With the one tap, Taze gets Ontorius through the helmet. Ho! Nice shot. Well played on both of these guys, man.
Great shooting. Look, anytime you take out a competitor, that's just a warm, fluffy feeling and bonus points. We called it. We said there's a chance. As soon as he left tunnel, knowing the map the way we do, there's a chance that these guys can run into each other depending on how they pace. That MAI round, I take it back. At range, that thing is fantastic. There's so little bullet drop. I think it's nearly 1,000 meters per second muzzle velocity on the MAI rounds. Great stuff there from Taze. Good stuff from Ontorius as well. He took that fight well. He used that cover. Oof.
Well done, man. I mean, two awesome competitors, man. You can do everything in your favor and still not come out on top of this game.
Absolutely. Nobody made any mistakes there. That's What is interesting is we were talking about the risk that you take by staying in late and min-maxing your points, and this is the other point. The other side to that coin is you run into another competitor, one of you might walk away. And unlucky for Ontorius, but great stuff from Taze there on that fight.
Well, the ever-changing circumstances of a Shoreline map are always, exacerbated with this sort of thing. Because if we have 3 competitors die and one of them makes it out, they get the 10 points for exfil. Hey, Gingy, what's up?
Gingy with the huge raid. Welcome in. Thank you so much, Gingy, for the raid. Awesome to see you. Hope you're well. Welcome in, everybody, from Gingy's channel. Hope you're doing awesome. We had some nice times over there raiding with her, grabbing all the graphics cards.
Alrighty, guys. If you are new here, which I believe we just got a huge raid from Gingy, a huge thank you for doing that, obviously. Everybody, welcome in from Gingy's stream. If you are new here, this is the Evasion Tournament Series. We are currently on the 3rd bracket for EU Solos. Right now, we are a little in the back end of the tournament now. Right now, we are on the 2nd to last map and challenge. Currently, we've seen a lot of scores flipping upside down, so it's anyone's games currently. Right now, we're doing a Shoreline challenge where the contestants had to plant car batteries at certain locations on the map, and extraction bonuses are up on the score now. There you are. But everybody, welcome in. A huge thank you to Gingy for coming in. And if you don't know who the competitors are right now, if we can get a command and chat going real quick, we have Ontorius, the fellow Yorkshirean. We have Taze FPS on the screen right now. And we also have Oddities and Walker as well. Walker is a fellow Evasion staff member and also an emissary for the game too. Everybody, welcome in and enjoy your stay here. We are currently just waiting on Taze to extract. But I'm going to throw it back to our fellow casters who are also Paddy Pineapple and Jeepo. Go ahead, boys.
Thank you very much, Claymore. Appreciate it, brother. And as you guys see, we have Taze making his way out. We got 1 minute left on the scorecard for the rest of this round. You can see in the bottom left, that'll be the amount of time left in raid for each of these competitors. You can see the scoreboard down the bottom rotating as well. Looks like Taze is going to make his way out. He plays down both of his car batteries for this raid, got a bunch of kills in, and he has put some points on the board. 5 PMC kills, 6 scav kills so far, 51.5 so far, and that will be updated in 1 second. Jeepo, that was a hell of a raid, man.
It was. Tiz, look, he's had some bad luck in this competition tonight. He decided to take a gamble, really stayed in the raid late, and it paid off for him. He got the other competitor, he got those dog tags, he ran into some Timmies, he got some more scavs. He got all objectives placed. Great raid from him. Really excited to see the updated scoreboards.
Yeah, fantastic.
I mean, we got everything we wanted from that raid, I think. We got the resort PvP. We got the outdoors PvP. We had the competitors chasing each other down and sniping each other as well. We had everything there. A little bit confusion at the beginning as well when Walker extracted. We thought we first saw, I believe it was Oddities, first seeing Walker near that general zone, but apparently Walker was getting stalked without him realizing it. That could have been a big upset. But luckily, Walker managed to get out, secure that 10-point extraction bonus. And the good thing is, actually, for Taze back there, he got quite a few player kills, which is always great. Didn't get the tags out, but the kills are still there. But most importantly, he didn't forfeit all of the bonus extraction points. He got the 3rd bonus, which is still 3 points out as well. Only 2 less than the previous extraction point bonuses were on the previous maps. So, once again, gonna say keep repeating this. It's anyone's game right now. Once again, we're seeing some updated scores down below. Right now, we have Oddities coming in last place with 50 points, but there is literally only a 15-point spread currently between last and first place. We've got Walker coming in on first place with 65.5 points. Ontorius breathing down his neck with 60.5, and Taze doing the same to Ontorius, smelling those Yorkshire puddings right coming up on him, 55.5 points. We're seeing a really tight-knit point spread here, and not to mention too, we're actually seeing a pretty decent score average amongst all the competitors currently. I know we've got some impressive scores in the previous brackets, but everybody's pretty much neck and neck by this point, as opposed to previous ones. This is going to be an extremely interesting last challenge for the today's tournament bracket. Guys, obviously we saw Taze FPS absolutely put that my AP to work and dink Ontorius there. And Jeepo, do you think that the Walker's general strat he's been using, like Walker almost similarly, do you think that strat of him kind of playing it slowly, sticking to the edges of the map, kind of played against him there, or do you just think that wasn't really controlled, that just up to the RNG gods?
It's a little bit up the RNG gods, but at the end of the day, you have to have a strategy going into these competitions. I've played, you've played, party's played. If you go in without having thought about what you're going to do, when you get into the map, you're going to be deer in the headlights. You have a plan, you stick to it. You can be dynamic in that plan. You can talk to your battle mod when things start to go sideways and change what you're going to do. But so far, Walker's strategy of sort of clinging to the outside of the map there a little bit, getting his objective down early, popping those drugs early so he can run, getting the battery down and getting out, has really paid off. Bearing in mind that Walker finished Raid 1 with 0 points. And he's now in first place. We said that first raid can be important, but mostly it's just to get the cobwebs off and get everybody up and running. It's very rarely that big a deal. Even though some of the guys put big points on that first raid, we now have Walker sitting in first place going into the next map. I think all the guys are doing really well. They're all sticking to their strategies that they've talked about and that they've practiced this week going into these raids. So nobody's really messed up. Nobody's sort of come away going, oh, I did a bad thing there. I think they're all doing well. They're getting a little bit unlucky here and there, some of them, but so far these guys are, I think, look at the spread, 15 points between 4 competitors. I mean, it tells you it all how close this one is.
It's going to be anyone's game literally by this point. And speaking of coming up, the last map in the tournament bracket tonight, saving the best for last in my opinion. Might not be my favorite map, but it sure is a banger. Bombs over reserve. we all have mixed feelings about reserve. The loot is great on the map, the fights are great on the map, but you always get sniped. The scab players come after you. The tunnel systems are really dangerous with some, some of those people who like to sit in there a little too long. But you can't deny how diverse the map is. You can't deny the unlimited potential of what kind of fight you might have. And much like the diversity of the previous challenges, we have diversity for the objectives today here as well. Clues in the name, bombs over reserve. Every one of our competitors are tasked with placing TNT bricks, the craft items you probably have found in your raids, in the control room of the underground bunker. So they have to go down into those tunnels, those dangerous, very dangerous tunnels, especially earlier on in the raid. And they also have to visit 5 different rooftops and plant them with smoke, or rather use smoke upon them, essentially calling in the artillery. I know it's not a giveaway at all in the title. Once again, loadout-wise, they can bring in anything they like. The armor, though, has to be a little bit more specific. They have to bring it either as a Brawler or 4 carrier, an Alton or Reese T helmet, Reese T gang, any rig and backpack, 2 stems, grenade max, 5 smoke grenades, plus the TNT brick for down in the tunnels, not allowed the grenade launcher, MK18, any of that stuff once more. As for the roof locations, they have to place the smoke on. Black pawn, white pawn, king on the very tippy top roof, not the lower one. Same again for the white knight, very tippy top roof, and rook. And in the location for the brick and the control room, that's with all that's that window, the window we all like breaking, trying to get through there. As far as the points go, scabs, PMCs, and PMC with tags, all the same points. Task points, however, if they can get each of those tasks done, there's 2 points each. Now, this is important because if they manage to get all the roofs marked with smoke, that's 10 points right there. Plus the brick, the TNT brick being placed in the bunker, that's another 2. That's 12 points our competitors can possibly get just by doing the objectives alone. That's still respectable. Curling Glukar, just going to clarify, the guards are still going to be classed as scabs, regular scabs, so raiders, guards, etc. But Glukar himself, 5 points. Same for all scab bosses. Extraction is 5 points. However, in true evasion fashion, one more little twist. If any of our competitors happen to use the hermetic switch extract, that alarm we all love to hear, but that beautiful monolithic, totally not ear-splitting alarm we all love, doubles the extraction points on the map. They double. So some really big risk for some really big reward right there. This is going to be interesting because with the specific loadout these players are given, they're going to be slow. They're going to be heavy, unless they obviously have the higher strength perks. But either way, these Zabralos, these Thors, they're going to be very, very heavy. They're going to bring down the movement speed, so they're going to have to be smarter. Not to mention, too, there's a lot of objectives on this map. There's technically 6 things to do on this map, and they're going to be running into a lot of people looting, a lot of teams running through reserve, and especially if they decide to opt in for going to the tunnels first thing. Now, if any of you guys main reserve, you will know those tunnels are dangerous within the first 10 minutes of the raid. You get a lot of people rushing them for the high-end loot down there, the marked room, the switch, the raiders. It's going to be really interesting to see. We're going to be seeing everything, I think. Hopefully, like Shoreline, we're going to be seeing CQB combat, long-range combat. Personally, for me, I think Reserve offers the truest Tarkov gameplay, I think, in the entirety of the maps. I love Shoreline tidbits, don't get me wrong, but on Reserve, you can go from barrel stuffing a Alton guy to having a 300-meter plus sniper battle with someone on the other side of the map. It can really, really vary. It's very, very dynamic. And hopefully we see some GL action. Hopefully. Maybe we'll get at least one person on the GL turret. But, just get out there. If you got, so obviously we just got someone asking in the chat, you need to hit the switch to extract. Yeah, so you can just extract after, I believe, just getting out of the area. So let's say, for example, best case scenario, if you happen to be in the K buildings, for example, and someone happens to hit the extract button, if you leave out there, you still get the double points. So
I believe actually,
you have to go back and hit the switch. Actually, sorry, my bad. Yeah. So you have to physically. You have to physically go back and hit the switch. That's my mistake. I'm sorry. Which either way, I think is going to be. That's risky. That's even more risky than before. Actually, I thought it was risky before, but now I know that. Who's going to do that?
I mean, there's 15 points between all 4 competitors. Someone's got to do it.
Somebody's
Someone's
got
got
to.
to.
And, you
Someone's
know,
got to secure that. Yeah.
Someone's got to have the balls to go out and get those extra points. We need some action here. It's going to be insane on reserve, like always. Every time we see reserve, it just pops off.
Absolutely. It's always so close after reserve. And it's so close between these competitors. I'm really excited. And, you know, I'm not going to call Walker's stamina into question or anything, but he has a habit of leaving raids early, either getting shot on spawn like Factory or leaving early like on Shoreline. So my bet's on him hitting the button and leaving first. But that's just a personal bet. But yeah, the guys have all loaded in here, and as you can see, they are splitting up. So we have Oddity's audio on right now in that top left corner, guys. Let's see what everybody wants to prioritize, where they all get up first. Raid is hot.
Good luck, everybody. Let's see a great final game.
Antarius,
Antarius
oh my,
down.
what? He got into it straight away. It looks like he ran up on, was that Bunker Hill? I think that was Bunker Hill party. I'm not fully sure. I'm sure we'll get confirmation here, but he goes down straight away. Oh no.
One competitor down already. Looks like we got some tinnitus coming in from Odd.
Yeah, Oddity's
Going
popped
into the
the,
school area.
he popped the drugs. He knows somebody's above him. He's throwing that grenade in above.
Yeah, that GPU room always gets farmed out really early. Go for the drop down,
trying to
pull into him on full screen.
Right.
Oh!
That's not a sight you want when you drop down, is it? To see a man with a shotgun pointed at you from 4 foot.
I mean,
a little bit
think about the guy with the
factor,
shotgun,
but-
though. He saw the fully
Yeah.
Chad dude with a Reese and the Thor out, or the Thor armor on.
It's a good point. Oof. That is so unlucky from Ontorius, though. We will certainly keep you guys updated on the scores. Keep an eye on the bottom of the screen. You can see those cycling through as we're watching Oddities. And in the bottom corner, Taze. Looks like Taze is in the underground. Dangerous place to be this early on.
And we see you guys asking why there's 2 armors in the bag. Guys are allowed to bring in the Zabralo 6B, or you're allowed to bring the Thor armor. There's both level 6 armors. Make you nice and chunky. These guys are bringing in a spare just in case. Actually, it looks like we're going to have a reset going on.
I might not be allowed to know, I guess.
Yeah.
It looks like Ontorius
All right,
got out of raid
just a
early
small
enough.
update here.
Take it away.
We obviously just had the raid called hot, but as soon as the raid was called hot, Ontorius fell over. It's been deliberated by the battle mods behind the scenes. We are actually going to do a quick reset. We're going to be resetting the raid and getting back to it. So, fortune has smiled upon the auction man today, because we are going to get a reset, get a retry, and looks like Walker and Odyssey are.
They're already teaming up.
Having a bit of a had a good time. Like, I'd love to see it.
See if we get Taze together.
They're teaming up.
Clear the map together. Yeah, and I mean, of course, there is a 30-second delay, I think, on these guys' chat. So that does make sense. While we called it hot, there was a delay, and then obviously he went down. So that sounds absolutely fair to me. I love it. Let's get this one back going as quickly as we can. Meanwhile, it looks like Tay is running straight to that extract. So interestingly, I don't think any of them got to mark the smokes there anyway. Obviously, those points wouldn't count, but I'm just trying to figure out what the strategies that each of them are going to try and go for. I didn't see any sort of telltale signs off the back of that one.
Well, here's the thing. It's going to be a momentum shift, especially in the last raid. You know, these guys had their mindset going. Now they get an extra opportunity to be able to change things up. Ontorius gets another chance, obviously. So we might see a little bit of a shift in behavior as things go around, depending on the spawn, depending on the players that we run into. Keep in mind, Reserve is a 9 to 12 player map, so you're going to see at least 5 to 8 other players on this map besides our competitors.
Exactly, and as you see Brian in chat, Brian, one of the head battle mods there, just clarifying for chat the reasons for the reset if anybody had any questions. Thank you, Brian, for that.
Really got to respect the battle mods here. At the end of the day, the rules are rules, but I think we can all understand that as soon as the raid was called hot there, and like you said, Jeepo, earlier, there is a delay to account for as well. It wouldn't have made for a good match. It would have made for a exactly a fun last round. So
Sure, I'm gonna
very,
make
very
it
happy with the
exactly
results there.
next time.
Yorkshire has
But
one more
there we-
chance, and I'm happy about it. Oh, and Oddity just
That
gets
goes down.
slid on by a. Was that a Glukai guard? I think.
I think so. That's one way to get out of the raid, though. So well done,
Well,
Oddities.
that is
Yeah.
that is
You
the
didn't
hot
mind,
extract. That is the hot extract.
Yeah.
Love to see it.
Quick expo. There we go. Give these guys time to reset.
Okay. Well,
The
we're just gonna
extract
wait
might be
for
most
the.
faster than the F1.
Yeah, yeah. Right, we're just going to wait on, obviously, the appropriate contenders to get rekitted and re-equipped with their loadouts and stuff right now, replenish the task items if they had any. But yeah, guys, you got us for a little bit longer. We got a full raid ahead of us, so I'm crossing my fingers, I'm crossing my toes for no one to hopefully die pretty much at the beginning of the raid being called hot this time. But obviously, a big thank you to the battle mods for vetting that, making sure that was double checked, triple checked. I really do appreciate it. So obviously, once more, a big shout out to the battle mods, all the behind the scene production staff. Thank you for essentially keeping the tournament fair and keeping it up to date. Really do appreciate that. Much obliged. Obviously, with reserve, we did see there with the spawn that they chose, we saw that Ontorius unfortunately got a bit unlucky with the bunker spawn. Now, there is definitely going to be some spawn clashing at the beginning. Unfortunately, whilst reserve is a good map, there are some very close-knit spawns together, and then you get a lot of people walking forward, looking to the left or right, and seeing people immediately. So the best bet probably here would be for our competitors, whilst the raid is just ticking away until it's called hot, maybe find a building to perk themselves in, get some audio information, and hopefully then plan a point of attack, really. You know, hopefully they can even get to one of the roofs quick enough and get rid of one of those smokes. Because there's one thing that planting those smokes does. It's alert people that someone's there. They're going to see the smoke on top of the roof. They know someone's is there or has been there recently, and their attention is turned to there. So, yeah. We even saw Glukar there. So hopefully we get Glukar next game, and hopefully we don't get any power sliding rock stars just blowing up people's faces with AP rounds. That would also be nice.
Just a gamer.
I mean, did you see his name? ZH-12. Dude, I'd report that name. I'd report it easily. You know what I mean? Like,
all you're missing is the X's before and after. True gamer.
Exactly. Yeah. And maybe a Halo 3 clan tag as well. Maybe just to top it off. You know. So, Jeepo, I just got a quick question for you, mate. For reserve, do you prefer to go AR, or do you prefer to go DMR or maybe even sniper? What's your preference for reserve when you go there?
Yeah, reserve is the map where I'm almost exclusively gonna run 308 MDR with M61s. That's my go-to. I put a Valde on that. I'll bet against. I'll bet on myself with my long-range shooting on that map with that round. I like 5.56. I like M4s this wipe. It's my favorite weapon to use. But I just find it lacks that punch at range, particularly against ULAX. I've seen so many 5.56 rounds bounce against ULAX in every wipe. You ain't bouncing M61 very often, so that's why I'm doing that. Yeah. Plus, it stops up close.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's just, at the end of the day, we love the 5.56 caliber, but for long range purposes, you've got to land those headshots, otherwise your target's not going to really feel it. And like you said, I think that one of the more commonly bounced rounds, I think, of the smaller calibers is 5.56. Like even 9.95 and 5.A1 against higher armor types, they tend to either splash or no ricochet. But just quickly, guys, we do have a poll up in chat right now. And obviously, we've all gone through each of the the maps and the challenges and the objectives respected to them as well. Let us know which ones you guys really enjoyed. I don't know about you guys, but I'm personally going to vote for the gun game on Factory. That's always a good one to watch and play over.
I don't know, because I read Factory Gun Game, I go, yeah, that's my favorite. And I go Customs, I go, that's my favorite. And every time I go down, I change my mind, so it's quite difficult. I want to pick Interchange because that's Shoreline's so cool because it's so different with the batteries and it's not tough. That's tough. I'm gonna watch chat and back the winner.
Oh man, Paddy, just to cause a bit of stir the pot a little bit. What's your favorite challenge? At least not so much, I guess, for overall. You can say that if you'd like. What was your favorite challenge been to watch tonight? What's the one you think you've seen the most interesting things from each of our competitors from in terms of the variables they've been faced with?
Shoreline. We saw some people make the best use of their time, try to get in and out. We saw all sorts of fights between longer range and short range. I think we got a little bit of everything for that. And the thing that all these rotation maps bring in is a little bit different towards every sort of play style. But I think that as you progress throughout the rotation, sort of adds on that sort of complex thinking that you go into it. And reserve, obviously, you've got a lot more objectives in play, but I think that Shoreline is a little bit of a preparation for reserve as we go, so it's a little bit more of a casual thing that you get really sweaty on reserve. So I think that's what we're seeing right here. You know,
I think that's literally, if you do think about it, Shoreline is basically like reserve's child. If you think about the map layout, the different kinds of PvP you can face in it, the hotspots. Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Mhm.
Although we do actually have a result in the poll, and I'm very disappointed in you all, chat, because you all chose reserve.
Shoreline is very disappointed
I
in
think
you.
that's very heavily influenced tonight by just how close these scores are and the anticipation everyone probably has to see what's about to happen. Customs in second place. I would probably I like that rat run. It's so different. I voted for Customs, so I'll take a second place on that one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's the standard of it. Customs is just everybody loves Customs. No one hates Customs. Everybody loves Customs. You know, it's almost like, you know, just as an example, you know, the starting off in that first village on Pokemon, and then you go through all of the places, and then you go do that, and then you come back to it at the beginning. You're just like, hey, I've come far. I've gotten better. And I'm back here where I started. Customs is that map for a lot of people because you get all those beginning tasks. You get the pocket watch. You get delivery from the past. You get, you get all these really great tasks that, a lot of us tend to struggle with at the beginning. At least most people tend to. And yeah, I think that Customs, you can't not like Customs. It's great, especially with the expansion we got not long back.
Yeah.
That Customs really, the expansion really did make the map really just expanded. And well, what expansions do, they expand the map. What can I say? No tunneling now. But yeah, we're just gonna.
He's
I'll
from
go
the
ahead.
Yorkshire
Customs like
chat,
that-
he's
that-
in his first language.
It's like that friend you see every once in a while from high school. You're like, yo, what's up, dude? And it's like nothing ever happened. It's the Customs for me. Every time they come out with an expansion, I'm just like, yo, what's up, man?
My old friend, it's good to see you again.
Yeah, hello. Ah, yes. We're going to that bar again?
All right,
Oh,
guys,
no.
we are heading into now. Everyone is reassaulted. We're all caught up now. We're all heading back into reserve. Second time's the charm. Everybody, good luck. Casters, please do take it away and give us some wonderful commentary.
See how things are going.
Which is
Going for round two
Absolutely.
on reserve.
Like, you got to think Onto, and then I ran into Audie's like a second
Yeah,
later.
Walker's
when I
gonna be your
went
audio.
into my power building, he came, my tower.
Waiting
Walker,
for
yeah,
players.
Walker
D's
loading
hopping
in.
on in.
So he
Ontorius,
probably would've
Taze.
killed
Everybody's
that
ready to go. We are
that
queuing in
Taze and Ace,
together.
and then
Reminder, they're in the
10
same
points
raid.
ahead,
Timers there are
15
different just because of a little bit of a
They're above
delay.
Walker.
Let's get it.
For everybody, let's do this.
Ooh, in cover this time.
Great spawn too.
Yeah,
All right,
it's
all right.
Nice.
Here's the thing. Jeepo, Claymore, what do you guys think is how long until the first fight?
You give me
But
intervals
35
for-
seconds?
Yeah. Okay,
yeah,
okay.
probably. It's
Like, if you
reserve.
want
There's
to
people
search
everywhere,
for
and there's
someone.
scavs everywhere, and yeah,
I
as
don't
soon
have
as
the
it gets
countdown
cold
for
hot,
that
I
because it
expect things to
varies
start
from, like,
happening.
Golem to
Oh, yeah.
time, depending on how well
Looking
your
where
quest
everybody
splits.
is. Walker straight up onto a roof.
That's a fog, mate.
Oh, it's either in the fog.
What's he done? Bloody hell.
I feel that. There we go. Yeah, I would do the same
you,
thing. Raid is hot, by
I
the way.
nearly conted myself with a ball.
Raid is hot chat. And yeah, if you need an emissary, I highly recommend Walker. Everybody in chat. He's my personal recommendation if you need help
Right, so I had to play
getting
out my
started with the
last-
game. Let's go, dude. Oddity's in a
Taze
fight
and
already, it
Walker.
looks like.
Yeah. Oh, wow. There we go. Taser Walker placed down objective. Oddities get into a fight down the reserve bunker down beneath.
Oh,
See how
I
the
may
tunnel's
be
going for him.
mistaken. I think he just took some drugs and it gave him concussion, and I thought he got dinged in the helmet. So that's
Okay, no
my
problem.
premature.
Hey, Walker getting into
Ooh.
a fight over by the night building. Looks like he's taking some shots from behind as well, going for the reload. Looks like he's going to double dip, go for the grenade, and maybe pop on down from above.
He only has
Taze
that
and Oddities
one.
looks like. Ooh, we're going to check in on Walker in a second. Taze and Oddities getting into some action towards each other to see if they can duke it out.
Someone play Wild
Look
West
at
music.
that banter
quick.
going.
This is tense.
Wah, wah, wah. Might as well. They're about to just start doing hand signals around the corner.
There's a guy in the
Yeah. Do you risk throwing a smoke here? And
Sure, I heard someone here.
I just come down Queen.
Oddity's taking the initiative here, running back into the office area. He's trying to tease out Taze a little bit. That's hard to say 3 times in a small space of time.
Ooh, there we go. 2 coming down. Looks like there might be AI. Possibly fighting
Either
another player.
AI or-
Taze going to take advantage of it if he stays longer.
How much time do I have total for this raid?
Perhaps low-level
I'll tell you,
players, they do like
28
to
minutes
rat
left.
their way down here, don't they?
Oh yeah, they just love coming right down here. Now, I mean, props to Oddities, man. Like, this is his first evasion tournament, and he is just repositioning, going on the aggression, staying solid when he needs to.
Mhm.
When he needs
Yeah,
to
he's
take cover
fighting
and
his
take
way.
shots.
He's
Yeah.
fighting his fights here. Taze has worked himself into a great position. If Oddities comes back in
I didn't
to that central
I didn't
area,
want to make you mod again, Henry.
Yeah, Taze has just been
Fucking Taze.
solidifying himself right there. He's got those angles worked out. Trying to pick up the pieces on that fight right there. Oh, kind of nice little kill. I don't know if that was on that third party that came on down or possibly another one over near the tunnels in the White
Don't
Pond,
have
taking
to
down
find the
another one with an
objectives.
MK47.
Yeah.
Really good points.
yeah, great stuff. I think Oddities managed to place his TP2000 brick back there, so he's just decided, you know what, time to leave. Let's stay on mission. So probably a good decision this
Yes,
early
it's
on for him.
S&D or
Incredibly
even
late for
my own.
you, that's why I didn't want to ask you to mod.
A little risky going for this, but
You already modded last time, Henry.
I think
think
Oddities
honestly,
placed his
Trout might play
TNT break,
patient
but
and
we
wait
will
for that
check
BT
in
to move.
to be sure of that in a
Like, I know
few.
for a
Looks
fact
like
this
everybody's
isn't
going to
gonna
go in
go to
quad
that,
view. Now that everybody's
that's
sort of
gonna be
spread out,
like,
getting some action,
probably
whatnot. You
another
guys could
combat.
see every angle.
So I need to play safe. I don't want to be
It
going
looks
one
like
shot.
Vintorez is the battle mod confirming he did not place it.
Taze with a second smoke placement.
Mistakes were made.
We'll head on over.
Whoa,
T's
no.
taking the long shot. See some smoke.
Yeah, he sees the smoke on the roof over there.
Oh yeah. Now Walker's going to place down his second over near the Queen
believe-
building. T's over on Overwatch. Ontoria's down the bottom. Taking out a scav with his DVL, popping over to the VSS. Taze holding an angle as well, and Walker is moving his way around towards the bunker switch.
Is
One tap to the
Walker
head
thinking-
apparently doesn't work. 308's a great round.
Yeah.
Kappa.
Yeah, you see it all these smokes. It's like some sort of Mogadishu scene. You can see it on the city, but he's not able to do anything about it yet.
Oh,
I think he's
man.
decided, you know what, there's enough observing. I'm gonna go get
Thank
stuck
you,
into
Melody.
this.
Well, that's the thing. These smokes are timed. So as you start to place one down, the timer's ticking. It's going to fade out eventually. So seeing those on the roof, he knows that competitors are near. Walker is still in one
Yeah,
of these
they're
buildings
everywhere.
too.
Walker's going up onto the high ground as Oddities goes down into the low ground. The
Insane.
timing on this.
All right, this is number 3
Walker
for
very
Walker, if I am
mission
not
focused, yeah.
mistaken. He's just working through these smoke
Is-
grenades.
But we've seen that tonight from Walker. Very methodical. Stay on the mission,
Mhm.
get the points on the board. Then I'll get some PvP and some scav kills and get out for the bonus points. So he's working his way around here with these smokes. I think he has, is it one more to do, I believe? Very tense so far.
He is very close. We'll get things worked out. with Taze and Ontorius.
Smoke right there.
Walker sounds like he is hearing some action going on. We'll keep you updated with sounds as we hear them. Taze and Walker in your bottom corner. We got Taze. Looks like he's moving through the bottom school
There's a
tunnels.
dude right next to me. There's a smoke up on that roof, and he's seen this roof.
We can hear
Hear
Walker
Walker
here
talking.
discussing, discussing the smoke section about who sees what smoke and when and who's where. It's exactly what's going through their minds right now. Very tense.
Yeah, I'm very glad that we went to a round 2 for reserve. Very, very tense going on right now. All competitors still kicking.
Ooh. He is finding the funny side of it as well.
Mums is blazing it up on the roof.
All right. Taze, just
Oh,
chilling
just-
over near the school cafe area, man. Walker getting a sip of water.
Yeah.
Got 2
It's
more
not a
smoke
bad
grenades left.
strategy.
I think
It's not a
you
bad
do
strat though. It's very
Yeah.
central. If anything shakes down, you can see it, you can hear it, you can get to it in a hurry. You know, he has multiple escape routes. He can go towards the Scavlands extract. He can go underground real easy. He can get into school real quick. It's not a bad location to find
ATL
yourself
popping
in.
off. Walker
Ooh.
just popped out of that 2nd-story window, taking out his legs. They're blacked out with the heavy or the light bleeds
a
actually.
little bit interesting.
Yeah, somebody's
That
hitting
is very
school with the
interesting.
GL.
Now, what might be interesting is if Walker keeps heading up those. No, never mind. As soon as Walker's going to go up that hill, Taze is going to look away.
It seems like that's the case. He's having a good time tonight, though. That's awesome to watch.
It looks like Walker is pretty much uncaring about his legs being out right now. Looks like he's going to do surgery in a second
Back into the ramp
once he
again, this truck.
knows that he is all clear.
Walker doesn't need legs to carry him. He's used to his teammates carrying him in competitions. I don't think he's that worried about his legs.
Hey, full auto. Dude, if you want to check out any of the competitors, man, you can do exclamation solo in the chat. You can see all the competitors there. Followers are free. Go say hi from the Evasion family and go throw some love if you guys haven't already. Taze getting some action with the pre-fire, and he gets him down. Nice pre-fire, going for the second guy as well, and and he takes him down right during the reload grenade as well.
Unlucky.
Ran out of resources, man. Sometimes the spray isn't always the answer, but he still got the first kill. Wow, man.
Bang smack middle.
Did he get the second with the VOG?
By then, you know,
We shall see. Did not.
No.
Only 2 objectives down.
You know what, dude?
Unfortunate.
GG Tiz. 2 player kills, 1 dog tag confirmed. I think he got a few smokes down. We'll obviously get that score updated. Dude, he did well there. I was not expecting somebody to be holding that corner. I don't think he was either.
Yeah,
Got
did
it
the
for
best he
Tiz.
could.
But GG's, he did well.
Walker
Again,
trying to keep his
we've
sightlines
talked
over near
about
the
this.
dome too.
yeah, control.
All right, guys, just a quick, just gonna barge in here real quick. We're just gonna have to restart vMix. It's causing us some issues here, so there'll be a not too long, just a momentary lapse in the feed. We will be right back though. Someone play the elevator Wazy music, please.
If we keep low profile,
Be right
it's
back, chat.
okay to
Caught
get
one
this
of 'em all.
thing down. I'm trying to think, where could I position it so that it's not made
Mic
Yep.
check.
Hello.
You hear me?
Testing.
Yep.
Testing. Computer. Testing. Testing.
I'm gonna mute my Discord, shall I?
Oh yeah, definitely have a Discord, mate. Yeah.
Okay, Discord muted.
I think Party's still in there. I'm not sure he caught that or not. I'll quickly. Oh, here, Party. Hi. Hello.
Hey.
Okay, dude.
No rush, bro. No rush at all. Yeah.
What you gotta do, man?
Just fuck it. Did he bring an extra? What the hell?
Oh, apparently you guys can hear us right now. We are just.
Should be working out. Got T's actually working out on his screen. He's just doing some repairs on himself. And we should be all good on your guys' screen. Looks like he actually picked up a competitor. Looks like Walker is down.
I didn't know about this aqua.
Yeah,
There we
welcome back, everybody. Back here with Oddities, as Party just said. Welcome back. If you can hear us but not see us,
Yeah,
please
it
do
doesn't work,
refresh
sorry.
your
Because I put up
feed
the
in
command, so-
Twitch. But you should be back now with Oddities, guys.
Apologies. One of the hamsters powering the stream fell off the wheel, so we had to go back and sort him out.
All right, so just to catch up, we're going to have Oddities placing down a smoke grenade on top of the
How many-
building. If you
how much
guys
almost
did
left
not know, we have Oddities taking out Walker while we were resetting. Apologies that you did not see it, but there's a fight over on the stairs. We got Oddities coming out on top, doing some surgery and fixing himself up before placing the
got 6
objective
points.
down. And I believe that was the glass beneath his feet. And there we go. That was his first objective placement.
Yeah, but he's clearing the map a little bit. We have lost a couple of competitors now, so the map is a little bit more open, so he can start to think about moving around, placing his own smoke grenades. Moving over here. Is he gonna push onto the roof from here? I don't think he's marked this building yet.
No, he doesn't have any food on him, and he keeps on popping these golden stars.
Hmm.
Might be a little bit of an issue if he doesn't manage his time well from here on out.
So looking for some food as well. Whoops.
Kind of feel like no one's beyond the
He just says it himself. He realizes that this could be something to think about.
16
Yeah,
minutes.
luckily, he's in a good area for food as well. You could just go into this gym area like he's going towards, possibly pick up a milk, possibly pick up an MRE if he's lucky.
Yeah, there's an abundance of food on reserve. Fight milk everywhere.
Hey, Walker, GG's, man.
Oh, there's a competitor
Appreciate
as
you
well. There's
competing
Antorius.
today. It's going to get weird. Oddities and Ontorius. They go down towards the tunnels, they'll be running into each other. Possibility of action together, but again,
Gotta go for the
Oddities
smash
is still
swap,
trying to
guys.
place down his stuff. Ontorius looks like he's going to place down his TNT any second now. There
I
we
mean, I
go.
know I'm not gonna beat Antorius with scoring. He just put off the smoke.
Says he's not going to be able to beat him in score. I don't know how he figures that. Still anybody's game going on here. He might not even know that Ontorius is still in the raid. See how things go. I know that he's already killed one competitor.
Yo, what's going on with these stutters, man?
Yeah, it's still too close for him to be calling it like that for sure. Of course, remember it is not just first place that qualifies here as well. First and second go through to the next
Correct.
round.
Alright, is the next one the one on
Takes a
on-
Still
little bit
all
of
to
pressure
play
off our
for.
competitors. Yeah.
It's 2 more. I picked up 1 smoke. I have Antorius.
I mean, we just hit the 15 minutes. You know, we're halfway through this round. 3 more smoke grenades from Oddities, and he's
I
got
don't know what the
plenty,
buildings
plenty
are
of
called.
time to do what he needs to.
I'll go back and check. No problem.
My bad.
Ontorius finding Walker's body. Starting to do
Oh, wait,
a little
this is not
detective
actually
work.
a building I need to smoke, I think.
Can I put this up?
Smoked it anyway.
It is Ontorius we are listening to now in the bottom right-hand corner as well.
I got naked.
Talking to his battle mod in
Oh,
chat.
great, I heard it.
Oh, Scab just
Ooh.
taking a shot at him. He's just hiding in the corner in the container. Okay. Interrupted his alone time.
Typical. But at least I
Notorious,
picked
place him
up.
down. Place down a smoke.
At least I
there we
picked
go.
one up from.
Place down the wrong smoke. Hopefully we'll find some more.
Worth picking your armor back up. I don't think it is. Way too much weight, dude.
Darius is gonna be looking towards this. So he's gonna be
And is he actually going to throw a smoke, or is he going to pull a walker here? Nope, it is smoke. Good. Safe. Safe. Throwing a VOG at your feet, not best advised.
Probably not, but hey. What's a little bit of risk in Tarkov? It might be a smoke grenade, might be a VOG 25.
Grenade roulette.
That's what we need to start doing. All right, I gave you a rig. Start throwing nades. Oh my god, I seen somebody the other day just went into a raid with like 20 Makarov pistols, and one of them has a bullet in the chamber, and they just start picking up Makarovs and pulling the trigger on each other. It was amazing. Oddity's picking up a little kill on a AI scat. Oh, Oddity's getting into a little fight here, huh?
There's something happening.
Let's see if Ontorius hears this. He's going in during the grenade animation, and he goes down! Oh, he just could not land those shots on the push.
That was it for me.
Oh, he's so unlucky. It looked like his rounds were hitting just to the left.
That's that timing thing we're talking about. He hesitated for the split second while that guy threw a nade and gave him enough time to get the gun up and onto his face hole with the bullets, apparently. What's going on with Ontorius? GG's, man. Wow. Oddity's has been putting up a strong performance today.
He has. He's very unlucky with that fight. As you say, had he been a half second earlier, he would have got the rounds. He might have missed those first rounds again, but he would have been able to walk them on target before that guy got his rifle in the fight. Very unlucky. Good raid so far from him, though.
Yeah, fantastic.
This leaves it. It's all up in the air now with Ontorius, the sole survivor on the map. I love that he's brought the same loadout to every map. Bar Factory, obviously, as well. I really enjoy seeing this double gun setup.
Yeah, we are seeing our point leader just going in with the same thing over and over again. The VSS is a great short and medium range weapon if you know how to handle it correctly. The DVL is covering up the long range. And I mean, he's got plenty of mags, so I don't think he's going to have any problems going on in both situations.
Getting those mags repacked. Now he's sitting here. Do we think he's about to hit the button? Think about extracting for the double extract points? Or has he still got some smokes to throw down?
Well, 11 minutes on the board. He's been putting up a strong performance so far. If we look onto the scorecard on the top right of your screen, 1 PMC kill for Ontorius. 26 scab kills, though.
Just shows you it's not always about PMC slaying, is it? It's a little bit RNG. What are you going to run into? If you don't run into PMCs, you can't kill him, but he's been murdering those scavs. He's been getting those objectives done. Super strong performance today.
Take what you can. Just the thing about this game is adapting, having a plan, and just being able to roll with the punches. So a lot of different play styles, a lot of different types of players and ways to play in the evasion tournament. So again, if any of you guys do want to sign up, on Friday, we're opening up the NAEU duos. Get you and your friend, if you guys stream, hop on in and see you can test your metal up against some of the best in the community.
Very, very excited for the duos. It's gonna be my heart lies in the duos for Evasion. It's awesome. Interesting stat in chat from Brian. Walker has the most urinal kills today. So that's an achievement.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Walker who's in chat. Yeah, that's he hit an excellent competition today. Did really well.
I think we're ready to come up with a new accolade. Urinal killer. What does that mean? I'm so confused. So a urinal is something that's in a bathroom, Walker.
Yeah, thanks, man.
I don't think they have them over here.
Ah, okay.
Just gonna say, I really approve of this toilet humor.
Alright, who let this guy have his mic?
I don't want to know.
That's our pre-approved dad joke brought to you by Claymore Plays. In case you need somebody to blame for that dad joke, it was not me or Jeepo. Just want to make that clear.
Absolutely nothing to do with it. Torres just cruising around the map now, hitting some duffel bags, getting a little bit of loot, a little bit of search XP while he moves around here.
Just making the best use of his time. I don't know if he knows his point lead, if he knows
Someone's being very careful here.
how much
Yeah, I don't
action has
think
been
he
going around
knows.
the map. But
I don't think he knows.
hey,
Plus,
man.
of course, the points that you guys see at the bottom of the screen are not final until this raid is over for all competitors. Then the point score will be updated, guys. So we, as viewers, as commentators, we do not know the final score yet either.
Grant, we see what you see. Here's some movement. Might be a player scout, possibly
on?
PMC. Some running, so we got a PMC going on, and the scav goes down.
There's Scott with a
Flick right-
shotgun.
Oh man, that scav flicked right onto his leg too.
Bro, that's dangerous. Whew.
Oh my! Now it's about to be player
Ouch.
scav central.
Because you got Sonic here, dude.
And this is my number one fear
Yo,
with
imagine
reserves,
putting a
getting
capper and you had
stuck
that-
on reserve against all these player scars. But this man's been busy. Look at that. Grab that Tetris. Grab those bolts. That's Silua.
Shit. Why
Loot
the leg?
delivery
Broken
service.
leg.
Yeah.
I love that broken leg, but my
I
man's
mean,
got
that's
no
pretty
problem
much what the
putting
player
dolls in.
scavs are anymore. Remember when reserve first came out? It was just loot pinatas everywhere without the tunnels.
Man is holding so many plugs, he might be
Scuff
streaming
punch your ability.
himself.
Yeah, he did that. Alrighty then. That's toasted, that dude.
7 minutes.
Alright,
7 minute
7
warning
minutes. I
from the
guess
battle
I heal
mod.
up.
Again, if you guys don't know what a battle mod, that is our point of
Now we
contact
think about
between
automatic.
the competitors and the
Take a
rest
walk
of you
2
guys to
minutes
make sure the
through
scores are
this
updated,
map.
rules are played fairly, and you know, if the competitors have any questions, they can ask away, bounce off the competitors. You know how much time they have left in the round and whatnot. If you guys are interested in becoming a battle mod, you can feel free to check out the Evasion stuff. Check out the website. Check out the Discord as well, and see if you're all about
Shit.
it.
One more heavy bleed and I'm... how have I not got a hemostat?
Yeah, man, if it wasn't for those guys, if it wasn't for our production staff, we would not be able to do this. Sorry, go on.
I was just gonna say he
Most
realizes. I
important
was
is not
wondering
to get
earlier as well when he had that heavy bleed why he decided to use his IFAC. He doesn't have a hemostat. He's just realized that little oversight himself.
Alright.
It really might be time for him to leave. He cannot really afford to take another heavy.
The only place
Bleed
ever
here.
to not have a tourniquet as well.
Yeah.
You motherfucker.
No tourniquets.
No tourniquet. No tourniquet. Yeah, I think that's going to be the point in time where he's going to make that decision.
Might
Yeah,
wanna
probably not the
do
best
that,
idea to
mate.
lose those legs again, huh, bud?
Leggy
I was
break.
gonna say his meds are so low I wouldn't jump out that window.
Would not risk that one. Is he going to take the Hermetic, or is he just going to go take the points for the exfil?
Alright.
I think he's been playing this like such a chad. He's gonna take Hermetic. He's
Yeah,
gonna go
come
hit
on,
this
let's
button.
see it.
He's gonna
I know
go
you
for
want
it.
to. Yeah, let's get it. We got. Come on. We gotta
It's
go.
about putting up
Come
a
on.
statement at this point, you know?
Exactly.
He might be fairly confident he's qualified for the next round, but at the same time, you want to put up a high score as much as you can to go into that next round in a nice, comfortable
new.
position.
Yeah, this is new. I haven't seen anybody pull the lever and go immediately downstairs. Very smart play. Gonna head over towards the White Bishop building. 4.5 minutes left to do as he pleases.
Absolutely. And just confirmation there in chat from Damien, thank you, Damien, that he does not, in fact, know his score and he doesn't want to. So he's playing this blind. He does not know how he's doing tonight. and I think that's a very good way of doing it. It makes you make the most of every raid you're in, regardless.
Yeah, I appreciate it. There's pros and cons to every piece of information in this game, and might put some unnecessary pressure on them.
Now, the only thing that would make this a little bit more spicy is if Gluey and the boys are in.
I'm not 100% sure.
That would be interesting. Oh.
As a raider, that is going to be a nope.jpg.
Hard no from that.
Nope.
Man has no meds. It is time to leave.
He stutters kicking my ass.
Alright,
Well,
one more
that's a
room.
raider. I
See
don't
if
even
you can
wanna
make it
risk
on out. Might be some player
Not trying
scavs
to
over
not
here.
trying to caster curse him, but you know, trying a little bit.
15 seconds on the
Jeez.
counter. Well played. Very well played from Montorius and everybody
Yeah.
else involved.
Yeah, very good.
We out,
Very
baby.
tight little round.
Alrighty, and there we have it. Upsets were had, close calls were had. I think that's a fine note to end on. Obviously, a big apologies to everyone in chat when obviously VMix went down there, but we managed to bounce back pretty quickly. But just to loosely link that onto something there, we massively appreciate everyone stopping by today. We've appreciated the people coming back from the Evasion Trios and all the all the drops channel that brought to the channel. Obviously, Evasion is a community-based event. Community members who have a passion for the game, who have a passion for networking, content creating, we all come together and we all bring you the show and the production quality that it is these days. And we're absolutely amazing, like we think it's amazing of all the support you guys have given us and stuff like that. You know, like things like, you know, bits, gifted subs, donations, and all of this goes to the improving our production as a tournament series. We've come very, very far. And now that we've gotten even further than we ever have been before, you know, the support means even more to us, you know. So just to let you guys know, a really, really thank you to everyone doing that for us. Obviously, we had a bit of an overload earlier just due to a GPU issue because obviously the production value is so high here that VMix as well, you know, tends to hiccup a few times. So obviously any support, all support, massively appreciated. But we wanted to say a big thank you. We've had a lot of people coming back from Evasion Trios since that event, and it's been an absolute blessing seeing so many new faces, so many people interested in, you know, not just TARKOV, but competitive TARKOV as well. And a huge testament goes without saying. You know, we keep saying it, but we have to keep letting them know how appreciative we are. All the battle mods, all the production staff, all of the head honchos, all the casters, you know, we're all pieces of the puzzle. And a huge thank you though tonight for, you know, the amazing performance from the battle mods and the production staff. You guys are bring the show we are here today. And a big thank you to my fellow co-hosters, Jeepo and Party, for joining me and making this just a hell of a show.
It's always a pleasure.
It really is. It really is a massive pleasure. And obviously, a big shout out to Sigma for birthing probably the best competitive TARKOV scene out there. Sorry, did somebody say Twitch Rivals? Who said Twitch Rivals? I don't know. I don't know who said that. But right now, guys, we are just going to wrap up. We're just going to get the final scores. Obviously, Otorius had the raid to himself there, but it still could be anyone's game. We've still got points to tally up, so we're just going to get all this sorted, all this brought together. And especially everyone from Gingy's huge raid earlier, if you guys stayed over, we do appreciate you hanging about as well. Guys, we are going to get this score tallied up. And, yeah. Thank you, guys. Oh, apparently we have the... Do we have the score already?
Ready to go. Let's get it.
Okay, final scores coming up, guys. Okay, right, brilliant. That was... You gotta love the Evasion staff being so quick. Wow. You love to see it. All right, we've got the final scores here, guys, up on the bracket. Look at the point spread. Even with some of the bad luck, even with some of the hiccups, even with some of that, there's such a tight point spread. You know, even Tay's coming in last with 60.5. He's only like 9 points behind Oddities. And Oddities is only 4 points behind Walker. And Untorius taking the lead with 92, a staggering 92.5. managing to kind of claw his way back there from the previous reserve raid, get back on the horse, get back in the saddle, and just give us a great show, rack up those points. And we do have our semi-finals winners tonight, guys. Walker and Ontario showing up and moving on. Love to see it. The reserve raid was just absolutely incredible. We didn't expect anything less. No, we had the hiccup down there. No, we had, but before then, we had some great shows. We saw the rooftops just come alive with the sound of smoke, and we saw some great fights as well. We saw some of the competitors come very close to combating each other down in the tunnels. We saw some absolutely juiced teams put the pressure on our competitors, and ultimately, we've had a great night tonight. There's been some great highlights and great moments, and overall, just no matter who comes last, no matter who comes first, every single one of these competitors have proven to themselves and to us today their experience, their adaptability, and their skill in an otherwise just flat out difficult game to play. So a huge shout out to everyone, all the competitors taking part tonight. You did what you could. Sometimes the cards you are dealt, just they don't stack up, but that's no reflection on you as a content creator, a person, or a player. So come away, heads held high, smiles all around, and a huge congratulations to Walker and Notorious for going through to the semi-finals. Just absolutely incredible. But guys, we're going to be signing off, but we're going to get this post tournament interview sorted. But guys, my fellow co-hosts, let's get this signed off with a passion. Jeepo, tell us where we can find you, mate.
Yeah, Twitch, Jeepo TV, real easy to find. Same handle on Twitter, all the other bits and bobs that YouTube, you'll find me there too. Yeah, come on by. I'm Tarkov's #1 Northern Irish streamer because I'm pretty much the only Northern Irish streamer. So there you go. Party over to you.
Well, hey guys, I'm Party. I've been playing Tarkov since late 2017, early 2018. Do a lot of sniping, long-range gameplay. I also like to do the point man stuff with the shotgun. I've been branching out into other FPS games, like we got Halo Battlefield coming out. So if you like Tarkov, any sort of FPS game, stuff like that, that's your thing. Come hang out anytime. Do it usually every other day.
He also is a great drummer. He left that out, but he's a great drummer too. I got you covered. Bud. Obviously, please go check out my fellow co-hosts here. They're both incredible people and fantastic players and content creators. Myself, the dad joke's probably disinterested you, but I am Claymore Plays. Claymore_plays on Twitch. Claymore Plays for every one of my handles: Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, etc. I do stream 5 out of 7 days, or 4 out of 7 days now a week. Recently on Cycle Frontier, obviously we had the closed beta for that, but we'll be hopping back into Tarkov tomorrow onwards. I've been playing Tarkov for well over 3 years now, and as much as the game has had its ups and downs, I have a great passion for the game, creating content, as do we all. So, without any further ado, let's head over to the interview and let's get some questions sorted for our winners tonight.